Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Flags in a Gym, a podcast dedicated to all things color guard. My name is Eric. I'm your host and resident color guard nerd, and today's episode is all about your color guard hot takes. I invited my friends Will and Dr. Jen to sit down and react to all of your opinions. Some were hotter than others, but it was still an incredibly fun conversation. So sit back, relax, and let's talk some color guard. There she is.
Hey! Oh my God. Hey.
Yay!
Hey, Will. Nice to meet you.
You too. Hi.
Hey, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, you're fancy. Oh, you got podcast gear and everything.
She is presenting.
Looks like at my new place. You're going to see, I'm going to have a little setup too. I'm excited for this.
I told Eric, you and I both are going in blind and raw. We're
rawing it, right? So he's like,
I
you want
love
the
it,
questions?
yeah.
I was like, no, I need some natural reactions. Let's do
Yes,
it.
exactly. I was like, that'll be more fun. So yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I do think it'll be fun. So I got a lot of responses. I got probably over 100 responses.
What?
And I was not expecting that many. So I had to prune them down, and we'll talk about it in a second. I'll go ahead and welcome everybody in. So we'll get the episode started. So joining me for your color guard hot takes is our good dear friend Will is back yet again.
Hi.
And then coming back for a third time,
It's
I believe.
Third time, yeah, I think so.
It is Dr. Jen. I am not a rifle, McPherson Jones.
You're not my rifle. I know that's right.
Yes.
Today's episode is all about your hot takes. The listeners, I put out a thing on Instagram saying, send me your color guard hot takes, and you all delivered. You overwhelmed me, which was great. I was screenshotting things left and right before it deleted out of my Instagram. And I have it organized, sort of. There are tons of duplicates, and I did not include your names in these. We're going to go over them and react to them. I didn't include names, one, because too many submissions to go through trying to keep track of who said what. And two, I'm not trying to start witch hunts on people. If other people think they said something out of pocket.
Nope.
So we didn't get anything super spicy because I said we're not targeting groups and people and stuff like that because, people are going to be like, fusion's overrated or this, we're going to get that or
jealousy of it all.
And I'm like, we're not doing that.
That part.
So we're going to go through them. I have read these. Jen and Will have not.
Nope.
So we're going to get your natural reactions there in no order because I had so many. I was trying to group them.
I love a good random draw. We love it.
So yeah, we are all over the place just to kind of fill everybody in. So these are supposed to be hot takes and which generally are somewhat controversial or at least unpopular opinions. So some of y'all do not know what a hot take is. And I had to delete them. I'm like, really? This is not a hot take.
Not the literacy rate in America.
I'm like, everybody pretty much believes this. The U.S. public education system continues to fail us.
Oh, my heart breaks.
Oh, shoot.
We're doing our best out here.
We have a ton of these. Are you all ready to get into this?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Woo.
Okay, so I'm going to read these. These are in no order. Just kind of how I snagged them out of Instagram. I started to group them, and then I'm like, I'm not doing this. The first one I got from probably at least 20 people.
Oh.
Okay. And I don't really think this is a hot take, but it is a hotly talked about topic.
Okay.
And that is tricks don't matter if you have bad technique.
Okay, I'm here for it. Okay.
I'm here for it also.
I agree.
At least in the fall season, as a judge, I'm like, no. Like, what are you doing out here tossing up, I don't know what, trying to turn and tumble, and then it flops on the turf? No. We don't have time for that. And that's on a scholastic level. I'm not talking about independent. Like, no. Like, I want a clean double.
Thank you.
A clean double. Maybe a triple. Maybe. Don't do none of this turnaround business. No, I don't need an illusion. I need clean doubles.
I second that, baby. If you're looking like an intoxicated spider underneath an equipment, I don't want to see it. Well, what? I'm offended.
I'm going to challenge myself to use that phrase this fall. I feel like we're giving intoxicated spider this season.
Come on.
What's happening?
Use it and use it a lot, please.
That's a great phrase. I love that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I got so many variations on this one, but this was what it boiled down to. And, it's just tricks over technique or technique more than tricks. All of it kind of stemmed around this. No. And I blame instructors for this epidemic of tricks over technique. I blame instructors because they refuse to teach technique. They have the kids that want to do all the TikTok tricks.
It was a TikTok. I knew it was coming. I knew the TikTok was coming.
Or
you nailed it.
The instructor isn't saying no. You're in charge.
Come on.
Don't let Becky in the back do whatever she wants to do just because she thinks it's cute. No, you can say no, not appropriate right now, and move on. Don't let your kids run over your directorship or your authority as the instructor.
But also in 2026, when we have these beautiful cameras all over our pockets and our hands, if you record your student doing it and they're like, I ate, and you're like, you know what, you did. Shame, for shame. Let's look at it together and review it. Do you want to see yourself looking, and I quote, an intoxicated spider for all your friends to see? Are your friends going to clap?
And guess what? Intoxicated spider is not on the judging sheet. So I want ensemble uniformity, not Brittany over here doing whatever the heck she wants and Jennifer over there doing whatever the heck she wants.
Now, why am I in it?
Exactly. Or William. I don't want William doing whatever he wants either. So
he went for a name and he always uses Becky. He's like, what else can I pull?
Becky in the back. Becky in the back with the. Sometimes she has good hair. Sometimes she doesn't. Depends on the mood. But
honestly, just give me a clean. Let's catch it. Catch it clean. I will clap for it. I will clap for that clean double. Catch that tick. I'm all over that clap.
Well, my brain is already like into fall mode, so I'm already like thinking just outdoor stuff. So it's like I don't want that doesn't call for that. You're there in the fall season or summer season to do general effect. You're not there it's not about you. It's about serving the audio. So no, don't give me Crazy Spider Town when it doesn't call for Crazy Spider Town. And if you're going to drop it.
That part. I'm also going to add this. The Forte turned babies.
Ooh, are they really though?
Are they really though? Can we let it go if we didn't got the technique?
If the whole group can't do it, I don't want to see it.
I mean, yeah, tricks over technique applies to dancing as well.
Exactly.
Heel stretches. Ugh.
Baby, it's the Forte turn.
You love the heel stretch, Eric.
I hate heel stretches because they're never pretty. Now, there are some dancers out there in our activity that can gracefully lift their leg all the way up to here, and then they just take their hand and grab it.
Stretch is one thing.
Great.
I don't see it every time in the course of 8 minutes. Like, come on.
Right. And if you look like you're trying to get a piece of gum off the bottom of your foot, and then you're hoisting your leg up, and then you let your hand go and your foot falls like 100-pound weight.
It's the thud, right? It's the waboo. It's like, what did you do? Release an elastic band? Good gracious.
Yeah, I hate heels. They're great for cheerleading. Let them do their stunts and all that. Not in color guard.
I will say, I did add a heel stretch to one of my shows for one of my real dancers with a turn in it because it was able to be done. If the trick can be done again with good technique,
I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
Let it go. I know you do.
Right.
But let it go.
Release illusion. Cat,
okay. Again, and that's what we're talking about. If we have the technique to do it, do it.
Like in Fusion Show, that girl that did the illusion under the 45 touch, just a single illusion, but her leg was perfectly pointed. I mean, it was beautiful. But these kids that are throwing sixes in the air and then they do this like psychotic turn underneath where they look like the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes trying to turn around. Like, no, control your turns.
They're going to end up like me.
Right?
Free torn ligaments and confusion. Bless it. But I'm old. So I have my excuse. I'm old.
With your cane.
This gross cane. But yes, Technique over tricks all day, every day. That's my vote.
All day, every day. I
Yep.
agree. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. This one, I feel, is a little bit of an actual hot take.
Oh.
Counting every count is detrimental to the team and overall performance. So when
Okay.
you have the guards that are constantly counting while they perform or even while they practice, it is
Practice is
Now,
one
why
thing.
did practice not? At practice, I'm okay with it, but I
Practice, I
also
want you. You better
need
be
to be
screaming
counting.
those counts at practice because I want you to. You better know every single count.
But counting should be a team effort. The same person should be counting. I think that's when it gets detrimental, right? It should
When
be, I
you
can't
know the
count one
one
through eight
one
every
or two
time.
vets are out there screaming these
Mm-mm.
14, 16, 18, da, 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 like up, down, up. Like, no,
Okay.
leave, tell
A
them to shut
collective
their
effort.
mouth. I
I'll,
want to hear every single eighth grader in that group screaming these counts because you know they don't know it.
mm-hmm.
And
Or
also at a contest, your mouth better be closed. I do not need to see your entire guard or even just one girl person ramming her mouth. No, no, ma'am. You are absolutely distracting from the entire picture. Like, no, I'm not here for that. Close your mouth. Nobody wants to hear it or see it. Shut it. At a
I'm
contest.
team counting. Give me a three, give me a six, give me an out. I'm team that. I'm also team, especially in rehearsal. You shouldn't be counting one, two, three, four. Give me two, three. Somebody else give me six, seven. Let's make a collaborative effort. I am okay with a six, seven out. Baby, don't scream from rooftops. I don't want to
Right.
hear it, but make sure y'all can hear it together.
Yes, yeah, I see your point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I get behind that. For me, it's the entire in the entire show. Why are you out here yelling these from as soon as that music starts and you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
Yeah,
20, blah, 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 blah. I'm at, and it just does not stop. What is
yes.
happening?
And if you're
You're
counting
not
that much, you're
that's
not breathing. You're
you're
not
not
you're
breathing.
not
breathing.
breathing, you're not performing. Counting is not performing.
No.
There's that. I'll give you that.
Hmm.
No. Yeah,
But
a
also,
well
yes.
placed up, out, over,
Mhm.
turn, these little cues, that's fine. But
Also in the music, when music is like, hee hoo ha ha hoo ha, and they're like, 5, 6, 7, what are we doing? The music is
I
a
mean, come on.
violin
It's
and a
you're
flute.
giving Enya music and we're hearing 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, good God
Yeah,
almighty, what is
mm-mm. Nope.
happening? Yeah,
I'm
no.
shocked out of it.
Ex- exactly.
Yeah. So
Uh,
again, I'm a team. If you all can hear on the floor, a few like a little
the
cute party.
checkpoints.
Yeah, a shaka shaka blam, something like that.
Yeah.
But baby, we can't count the entire show. We're not breathing. The whole guard can't be counting, acting suspicious.
Uh,
Eric, what say
Now,
you?
I love it when the music cuts out for indoor. Music cuts, and you're like immediate, like third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 1, 2, turn around. I'm like, you all better get it because you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, no.
When you're screaming counts over the music and you're still
No.
not together,
Oh, ooh. Fire
Uh-huh.
alarm, pull it.
That
Let's
is
do this.
that is uh
Mm-mm.
that's an
Embarrassing.
instant nightmare.
yeah. My
Like,
my thought on it is, Jen, you touched on it, was I don't like it when my kids would count constantly, especially you're in flag block and you're doing drop spins. And then we count one, two, three, four, all
No,
the way to 100. I'm like,
no.
no, you count the first 10, you
Yep.
count the last 10, and then you
Yep.
just announce the tens in between. So 1, 2,
Yep.
3, 10, 20,
That's it.
30,
That's
40,
it.
all the way. And then the last 10. So everybody knows,
give me a
oh,
good
we're
old drop
stopping.
stop. Like, don't.
Right, because
That's it.
somebody zones out. That's why you go 91, 92, and
Yes.
that's your warning to people, hey, we're stopping. But it's because people don't
Becky, get it
breathe.
together.
True.
Because you have these
True.
kids that are trying to spin and move, and they're like 30,
Hmm.
40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
Uh,
Baby, a respirator. Come on. We gotta
so, can I give a hot take? A
hit
hundred,
it.
a hundred drop spins is not hard.
It sure isn't. What you
Like,
That's a
get
warm
it.
up.
Yeah, every single one of your groups should be able to do 100 drop spins on the left and the right.
Oh, All right,
By the way,
We
I
don't
start
have time for
thinking
that,
on
Will. We
the
have to
left.
learn how to toss.
Shut it.
rude, rude.
Shut your nasty mouth.
I'm gonna add on to that. Well, I'm gonna say you should do one, one, and one.
No, you better start on the left, and I want to see 5, 6, 7, 8, and boop. Like, no, no.
Yep, I agree. I said
A
again.
100 spins is nothing. On flag, I will say on flag, by the way. Weapon, I
No,
could.
if you're spinning a weapon, you need to be able to do 100 spins left and right as well.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
I'm gonna depend on the group, but flag.
Well, if you're regional A and you're learning, that's different. But I mean, if you are a somewhat established color
You're a
guard and you have
solid,
kids in
yeah.
your
If you
weapon,
got a solid veteran weapon line, you better be able to do 100 spins. Come on.
I think 100 is not even enough. I do one, one, and one. 100 drops, 100 petty, 100 speed spins. Let's go. Consistently. We ain't stopping that foolishness. What are we doing?
On speed spins. We call them double time over here, but yeah.
Aye. But
But
yeah, 100's my 100, please.
yeah,
training.
yep.
All right, next one.
Ooh.
I like this one. Color guards should be penalized for having dirty sidelines. So when they
Oh,
like
okay, when they put the flag down.
when they put their flags down and the silks are just all over the place and there's a I when I saw this one, I remember to show St. Anne's in 2003,
Uh,
2004 maybe. They won Independent A
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like Mood Fabrics threw up all over the
they
gym.
had different, like 17 different flags. Uh-huh.
And the silks are just
It was
all
there
around
was
the floor.
fabric everywhere.
And it was so
Down.
distracting. And
Oh, great.
throwback, I'm hating on St. Anne's at the moment, but I'm hating on this show. They were screaming, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all through all.
I remember this
Not
show.
double
Yeah,
hot take.
I
But
remember
just
that.
it
Yep.
says color guard should be penalized for having says dirty sidelines, and that's what I figure they mean. Just when if you're going to
Yeah.
put your equipment down, strip it cleanly. I mean, I understand you don't have tons of counts to roll it up and all that, but when they just chuck it to the front and all your neon green silks are everywhere and they're overlaid of your pink and now you got a blue, it's very distracting.
Is this for fall or indoor? I don't know. Sometimes in fall, it is what it is. The kids
Again,
can't,
my
and they
brain's
gotta
already in
and
fall mode.
go.
So I'm like, fall guard, it is what it is. Because
Yep, we're on the same
now,
page. Yep.
don't chuck your equipment. There is no business for that. I don't care if you've got a half a second of a transition. Put it down, pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the transition. So teach your kids that. This whole business of like throw it, pick it up. No, we don't need that business. But a messy sideline, I don't freaking care.
Mm-mm.
I think
Indoor,
it bothers me in indoor.
Yeah,
indoor is
indoor.
a
Yeah.
little bit different because not everybody in indoor is going to use those front panels or the
Mhm.
things to help keep it tidy. So that's a little bit more, but also I'm a less is more inside. Why do you have 9 pieces of equipment inside? No, you need one flag, get it over with. Oh, no, we don't have time for that.
I'm staring at those silks on the outside, looking a mess in indoor. I'm like, what is the tissue going on here?
Yeah. Now the side, like the end zones, I don't care. Back row, I don't care. It's the front. The front, I want,
Okay.
which also don't make your transitions be to the front. They're
Ooh.
easy solution. Don't go to the front. Duh.
Do I think it should be penalized?
No,
Ugh.
not penalized.
I don't know about penalized. I will
No,
judge you in my heart. But a
I will.
penalty?
Yeah, exactly. I
Mhm.
will judge you real hard in my heart, in my
Mhm.
head. It's not on the sheets.
Yeah,
Your perimeter has nothing to do with show design.
I can't do it.
There's no penalty needed there. Yeah, no. But don't throw it down.
I don't know. Some of these shows I've seen, I'm like, you should get a penalty.
Eric said, first of all, I gave the example. Penalty. Dang. Okay, how much of a penalty? Are we
But
talking
yeah,
about point zero
One
to
tenth
two?
per
what are we
silk.
talking about here?
Per silk?
One
Ooh,
tenth per silk.
I'm not on board
Count,
with
count those
that.
flags up.
No, because it's going to come back and bite me later on. I can't co-sign on it. Can't do
Clutching
it.
my pearls over here. I'm like, "Ooh." Yeah. So I'm thinking back to some of my old shows. I'm like, oh God, we would have gotten ooh,
Oof. Yeah. Mm-mm. No penalty for me.
none for me either. I can't.
Can't do it.
Oh shoot, bland.
Oh, bless. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Teams with good design get heavily overscored in equipment.
False.
Can we repeat that for a second? Am I?
The problem with this is I couldn't go back to people and say, hey,
What did you
what do you
mean?
mean by this? Because I got so many responses, but it says
Fair.
teams with good designs get heavily overscored in equipment. So I guess if you're
Oh, so they think if you have a good design, no matter how bad your equipment is, it goes up. Is that what they're trying to
that's
say?
I'm guessing, yeah, because I guess it
False. That's not. No.
Mm-mm.
Good design does not mean you're spinning well. Just as good spinners do not equate good design. That doesn't. No, they don't go together.
and that's a big issue that I see a lot of audience members they conflate
They do.
drops with your overall score, right? Everybody always breaks down,
No,
oh, we had two drops, so they're going to beat us, or we should get it, or they
no.
had three
That's
drops,
not
we
how it
should
works.
beat
All
them.
about recovery. It's
Yeah. That's not.
and
And
Also, like your choreography, your repertoire. That's so no. Mm-mm.
no.
I know it can seem that way, but
Right.
no,
It
not
can, as
reality.
especially as a performer,
Yeah.
especially as a performer, it could seem that way.
yeah,
Not how it
Because design also, it's also your musicality. So it could, I know that's so subjective though. What seems harder and better from a store. Yeah, no. I can see the understand where that take is coming from, but no.
yeah. All right, next one. There can be too many 45s in a show.
valid.
Agreed.
Yeah, we gotta have some variety,
Variety,
Frank.
Like
Variety.
variety.
a
Yeah.
45 is not what happened to the good old give me a good old flat to the front double for heaven's sakes. I come
Remember
on.
those?
But bam. Like enough of this a double an angle toss is not an impact. That's a filler toss.
I mean, I want to see the silk. I want to see
Enough.
a pretty
Exactly.
silk.
Show me the color. You spent all that money. Show it off.
Yeah.
I don't want I'm sick of these like that you're thinking like these big ol' boom flourish throw a 45. That's your impact.
As a
Those
matter of
one-handed
Just cut
45s,
all
yeah.
that color off
true. I
from
was telling Keith this when I was watching Drum Corps. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I
oh,
was like, that's a lot of 45s. I can't see the color.
say who it was. Say
Not
Yeah,
gonna
because I'll edit
cancel
it
me.
out. Who was it?
Not gonna cancel me today. But I was like, oh, I wish I want to see more color of the flag.
it
So many 45. I'm like, is this indoor or and
I
a statement?
I always think back to 2002 or 3. I asked my mother, I said,
Ooh,
"Do you like this?" And she said, "No, I like it when I can see the color."
yeah.
And I said, "Great." And as a she has nothing to do with anything pageantry related. So she is the perfect audience member. Like,
Yeah.
right next to you, she goes, "No, I like it when I can see the color going around." I said, "Great. That makes total sense." And I've always kept that in the back of my mind. On those impact points, where's the color? You're supposed to show it off. The music is up and big, boom. And you're chopping it off because you wanted to do a 45? No. I stand.
Agreed. There's not much more to say to that.
Yeah.
I agree with that take. There can't be too many 45s.
Yeah. And I will say with the especially with the 45s, I get really annoyed when it's your ensemble moment, all 30 people have a flag. And instead of if you're gonna do the 45, at least do like one that has motion and energy, that good rip.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take the one that comes from the top of the end cap and pops off their shoulder and it just goes up in the air like
Like, boof. It's
boof.
like,
And I'm like, that's your
it's
ending.
the
Yeah.
45.
Yeah. It's true.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. All right.
Or
That was
well,
a good take. That was a good take. I like that
that was
take.
good. That was
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
More underbody isn't always better.
Oh, I don't know about that. As a dancer.
Say that one more time.
Okay.
More underbody isn't always better.
Okay, I'm gonna take it back to technique. If the technique's looking a mess and the other body is distracting from the flag, it's gonna take away from the flag, and the
Mhm.
choreography's gonna look a mess. So if the underbody's looking good,
Right. Where's the emphasis? Is it on the
yeah.
underbody? Is it on the equipment?
Mm-hmm.
Beep boop. Figure out where your balance is. Because sometimes I'd much rather see underbody than not. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't. It's almost like it doesn't need it. Is it a traveling set? Are we moving? Are we racing across the floor or the yard lines? What are we doing? Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like a standstill. If you're parking, then we gotta have some body underneath it.
right. A park park,
So
then better go into a little PK, a
You gotta
little
do something.
something cute, but
But if
don't.
you're flying across the field, yeah, that is your body. So I mean, yeah, I think body is always worth it. But
Mm.
I'm biased.
Oh,
Yeah.
and speaking of this summer, I tell you who's doing it the best, Phantom Regiment. Those
Baby.
kids are serving underbody for days. So here for that. Yeah. But they also can do it.
I was gonna say, but it's achieved well.
They also can do it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm team body underneath equipment. But I'm biased. I'm saying it. I'm admitting my bias.
Yep. I will always put some underbody under there and you better do it and if you don't, well, not my problem.
Yeah, as long as it's controlled.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
long as it's controlled. All
Point
right.
your feet.
What's that?
Point your feet.
Point your feet. Point those
Oh my
toes.
gosh. Please.
Point those toes. Flags are the core of a great show. There are too many shows with little to no flag.
I agree. I love flag. Oh, it's called color guard. Give me color.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I know. There's some great
It-
shows that had a lot of flag, but I miss flag when it's not there. I'm a sucker for a song flag ensemble. Sucker.
there has to be something it gets a texture change. You can't emote, you can't give the same level of well, emotion, color, texture, all that without the fabric. Maybe you don't, maybe it's not everybody, but at least 6, 8 people given something to break it up because yeah.
I miss the flag ensemble. I
Oh,
miss it
but,
so much.
but how many people did we see I mean, honestly, I think like the last couple of seasons, especially
Ooh,
indoors.
it's coming back.
Ooh, so many groups are serving it up, and it is great.
It's
Even
so
even this
impactful.
summer, I mean, even this summer
Yes.
with DCI stuff, I'm like, wow, the giant ensemble flag statements.
Boston's entire opener is all flag.
Yes.
It's
So bring
fantastic.
it back. Bring it
Like
back, friends.
so many. So yeah, it is. If you can't spin flag, you have no business doing anything else. So
That's what
there's
Well,
my
you know what's
I
funny
say.
is the next one in line.
Mm.
You've got to be good on flag before touching weapon.
That's my
Woo!
philosophy. I'm
That
sorry.
was a mic
That is my
drop. Boom. They
philosophy.
they win. They win the whole
Yes.
episode.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ask anyone who's ever responded for me. I'm like, you can't spin your flag, baby. And then my other text was like, but Dr. Jen. I was like, they can't do that flag. So that's
No.
my philosophy. Well, I know this may not be popular out there in the
And
zeitgeist, but I'm sorry. I agree.
yeah, yeah.
Eric, what are your
Or when
thoughts?
you have a boy that comes in and they immediately hand him a gun. No.
Nope.
No, wrong.
No.
Denied.
The boys that show up, they show up at these camps or they show and
Nope.
they're trying to throw their sixes in the corner and then we do a flag block and
A
Nope.
mess.
they're a mess with their
Nope.
flag.
And usually when they do that, they hand them a rifle, the body's garbage, so they give them flag and we're trying to do a flag ensemble, and they cannot do it. It is just a complete disaster.
No,
Oh,
exactly. You have to start flag first. Period. End of discussion.
we can move on. I mean, because that's just
That's
I
it.
mean, what do you mean? What do we mean? What are we saying?
All right, next one. This is a bit of a hot take. This one,
Ooh.
Ooh.
swing flag doesn't belong in world class guard, name, namely DCI.
Denied. Nope. Wrong. Get the F out of here. Uh-uh. It has
That
every place in every such show. Period.
who
I
said that?
told you it was a hot
Who,
take. I don't know who
who
said it. I
said
didn't
that?
write it
I
in.
know, I know, I know, I know.
I could probably find it in my
Wow.
phone somewhere, but
Yeah.
hey, we
Wow.
wanted hot takes.
We did.
Ooh.
So
Whoever
they
wrote
said
that is
spring flag is
that's
in world class, like in fall, indoor. I
They
need
said it doesn't belong in world class, and they said namely DCI, so like world class drum corps.
they're talking about scouts. They just called them out. And you know what? Listen, those those performers are trying their damnedest.
But now there are a lot of guards this season in
There's
World
a
Cup that
lot.
swing
Guess
flags
what?
actually.
That is easy GE points. So it has every right to be in any show, regardless of your level of group. So you can shut it.
He's very passionate about his swing
I
flag.
see.
Don't
I
make
said,
me
wow.
come. No, I will. Oh, I'm getting hot. I'm flushed. I'm like,
You can see it. The
that is
face
a
is
hot
red.
take. That is a hot take. No, no. It is incredibly valid every single time.
I mean, I can think of some really great swing flag moments in DCI. You think of Boston Crusaders 2000, that ballad when they did Time to Say Goodbye.
Cadets 98.
Yep, Cadets
And
98.
I mean, those are older, but
And you
still.
have Colts this year with those
Colts this
Yeah,
year.
king size bed sheets on poles. I
they
mean, they
really
are
are.
huge.
They
They are
are
Massive.
huge.
Like,
Ooh,
oof,
they're
yeah.
bigger than my car.
I'm just gonna
Madison
say
Scouts, the
it,
ending, Madison Scouts ending with the doubles, those spiral silks.
yep,
That's hot. Yeah.
it's my golden rule. If you're doing swing flags, you have to have two. I'm
Agreed.
sorry. I don't care what size they are. You have to have two.
I like to. Yeah.
Look at what Colts are doing. Those things are massive and they have two.
Hmm. I will also say I don't think you have to surprise anyone and be like, let's hide the two until the big moment, baby. We know it's two, baby.
We
We
all
know.
know what's coming.
We all know, baby.
All know. We
We
can
all
see
know.
the separation when
We
it
can
gets
see it.
together,
Let us see
and
it,
you get
baby.
it's like I already know it's
It's
fine.
okay.
I don't
It ain't
care.
no surprise.
I
We
don't
get it.
care.
But I still love the moment when they separate.
The
Yes,
moment
it
when
is
you
true.
go kabam and yeah, it's that. It's how do you build into the kabam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And yeah. Now, yeah, some groups don't use swing flags as well as they could. I will say that. Now that I would give to this person.
Yeah. There's not a lot you can do with them, so you have to get creative in how you create your effects.
There is plenty you can do with them. Thank you very much. Now, this is also where underbody. Now, world class, then I need to see you doing, you better be doing leaps, turns, da 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 with those double swing flags because you better be serving it up and layering your choreography. That's where it becomes world class.
I don't want to see it looking like, as someone who was doing it in church, like the church flags, y'all.
Oh,
We gotta
the
make
prayer
sure
flags.
we can.
You know
That was
what?
me. We
I mean,
gotta make sure. We
claps for
got-
the praise folks. They're doing they're living on
I
their
was one of those praise folks. I
whatever.
was. I was. But we gotta make sure we have the separations
But
that
there
we
is a
know
difference.
the
Yeah,
fall that we're doing in DCI,
right.
DCI versus
Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts on swing flags in indoor?
Sure.
Because it's a much shorter show,
It can
less
be
time to develop
and world class.
moments.
I don't know. I wonder.
well, world class
Not
indoor,
world
but
class. I don't know about world class and indoor, but
The only thing I can
indoor.
think of is Lassiter High School 98, 99.
I mean, a well-timed moment of it. Indoor, I think you could get away with a shorter amount of it. You could get away with 32, 64 counts of it. If it's well-timed, maybe there's something about it that is like a burst of
For world class or for world
any
class?
well world class any of them. The Scholastic groups have done it better. Clovis West 97, Lassiter 98, 99. Those are the only three I can think of.
I got three. I got
I
three.
mean, those are the three best examples. I mean,
Yes.
of
Lassiter
indoor.
99 is probably the best when they came out with those like reds and pinks and they're just running in a circle, but the way the
I'm gonna say
colors
Clovis West 97 did it best.
I just think of the way the colors line up and then they complete that circle and you get the full like spectrum of that
It's beautiful. Yeah, the
the peachy pinks and everything is just you get that full cycle.
desert explodes. But yeah, yeah, indoor. That's a different.
Yeah, indoor. I don't. Yeah, indoor
Leave,
for
leave,
me. Mm,
leave her alone. Bless her heart. She's leave her alone.
yeah. So I said indoor, but
That's her.
outdoor. Yeah.
Yeah, outdoor. It's all about general effect. You are not there to win a guard trophy. You are there to help the entire ensemble create the whole thing because a guard trophy does not win you a championship necessarily. So sadly, it's just not going to happen. That's BOA, that's marching band, drum corps. I don't care whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You're there to serve the big picture. So is it effective? Then do it. If it's
Mhm.
not, put it down.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Indoor, totally different journey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, piggybacking off of that one,
Good
Ooh,
hot take.
piggyback.
a swing flag can make a field look too busy.
Oh,
What?
wrong.
If it's, I mean,
Died.
I will say, if they're not together, it do look a
Oh,
mess.
if
If
it
it's
looks like a
not
car
together,
wash.
if
Well,
it's a car wash, that's two flags looking a mess. Woo,
I've
per
had
person,
I fully admit I have had my groups that were a full blown car wash. I
right?
fully admit.
I will concede that when it's a mess, let it rest. It ain't it. It ain't it. No. But together, I don't. Gosh, how big is this guard? I don't think so. When things are
I mean,
together, I think it looks
even,
good.
10, 12 people. I mean, it's effective. Like, it doesn't.
Especially if you stage it right.
I mean, heck,
Hmm.
I had a guard of 7 that we did doubles, and they were huge. They were like 5 foot things. I mean, doubles. We pulled them out, boom, and it worked great. Worked every time. But they were well placed on the field, and a tiny band. I mean, I think I guess it just depends on where you put them,
Yeah, I mean, because
because
you can say that for any kind of
placement can
flag
make things
equipment.
look messy, and it's not messy. I think depending on where they're at, it can make it look worse than it is.
Yeah, I think that's about staging, not about a swing flag, actually, because they even said about a 6 foot pole under silk. So, that could be
Right.
staging,
It's
make it look
like
busy.
it could be all rifle, and it's a disaster. It looks like a disaster
Right.
because of where they're put. It's not.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. If they're dirty, no matter what, yes, but I don't think it makes it look busy. That's just probably more the staging and the
Yeah.
drill than the swing flags.
Alrighty.
Take.
Let's move on. This one DCI age out should be higher.
No,
No.
no, 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 no.
No.
Mm-mm. No,
122 is plenty.
it is plenty.
And no.
No,
Oh, no.
no. And I will not be elaborating. Just no.
Exactly. No.
That's
No.
Just no.
Next.
All
no.
right.
Moving
We're just gonna
on.
leave that as a no. That's a conversation we had over drinks. We idolize the idea of world so much that we abandon the practice of creating solid A and open color guards.
I wouldn't say we abandoned. I think that world class may get weighted more than A classes do. And I think that's a shame. I think A class deserves more respect. And I think they're judged harder, like even on the judges' sheets compared to world class.
I
That's my
think,
hot take.
yeah, I can get behind that. I think there, yeah, the amount of enthusiasm and the pedestal that we put the world class groups on, there is no reason to not be putting A and open on the same pedestal. They are, if not a higher pedestal, because without A and open, you won't have world. Period.
Yeah, that part.
I mean, that's it. Like, enough of this whole being ashamed of having a regional A guard. No,
No.
that's that is more than
You're in the
90%
majority.
of the country. I mean, you are living in a regional A class level
About
world. That's it. That is fabulous because that's where it is.
mm-hmm.
So enough of this elevated pedestal of world class. Yeah, they're fabulous.
Absolutely.
That's the ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that is not your reality by any stretch of the imagination. Even the Scholastic World Guards, that's not the reality, and there's only a handful of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
no,
Mm-hmm.
clap for those A guards because that's your next.
Go watch those A
Clap
class
for
guards.
the open guards because that's your
Mhm.
next world guard.
Yep.
They're the
Clap
ones
for them.
doing. They're the ones doing the work.
What's a new shirt, Eric? Clap for the A class.
That's right. Support the A class. That's right.
There
Yeah,
we
And
go.
I do think that,
that's
you know, I think in the grand scheme of things, I think A class is more creative than World simply because World, they get to cherry pick who they want. They have
Mhm.
100 kids show up for auditions. They can
Yeah.
pick the 40 to 50 they want.
the independent side. Yes.
On the independent side, yes.
Mhm.
And then the independent A, let's be real. Many of them, like, okay, we had 16 kids show up to auditions. We're taking
Yeah.
all 16. And then
Yep.
they have to make that work and create these shows around what they can take. They
Mm-hmm.
don't get the luxury of cherry picking the talent from here, 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 and here. So they have to get creative. And they're usually much smaller teams than the world teams for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
A class, you have those A guards that maybe have 30 kids, but all the worlds are pushing 50 because they can
Yes.
take 50 and they can get that talent in.
Yep.
But the A class, I mean, a lot of them have 16, which you can do a lot with, but they're working with 16 as opposed to 50. And not everybody can walk in throwing sixes and double turns and all this stuff like that you can get at Paramount or Fusion or Fantasia, where you just bring in this insane level of talent.
Right.
So you have to get more creative on the design side. How do we work with this team? And you see it in the top of A class.
Yes. And then the A class guards, you train them, and then they're like, we out to world class. And it's like, wait. You're being trained. And then they're like, oh, I'm good enough. I'm out. And they run to world class as well. And then they're like, okay. So then there is always a constant pull out of A class into the world class because they get trained and then they want to immediately go to March world class.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
The bane of an IA director's, especially if there's a local world guard
it's
or
over.
one that's not that far. I'll march a year there and then I'll go
Mhm.
audition for such and such guard.
Yep.
Kind of like what the scholastic guards go through when they lose students to graduation. It's just like
Yeah.
you got to keep that cycle going.
Yeah.
All righty. Next one. Students should never feel entitled to a solo or leadership position.
I mean, of course, yes, that's a given. That's is that a hot take?
I th-
Or is that
I
just normal?
I think this is a hot take in
What?
regards to the performer's perspective. I cannot tell you how many, like on forum posts and Reddit, students will go into the color guard subreddit or
Mhm.
whatever and be like, so and so was given a solo, but I'm a senior and I've done this many seasons and blah blah blah, or this person's a captain, I should be a captain, and it's always because I've been here X number of seasons or I've been
That's
on
where
this.
Becky's on her 8th season of Color Guard. It's like, listen, and you're still terrible. No, you don't deserve a solo.
I know that's right. Well, I need to get on Reddit and these forums. I'm
No,
not
you
seeing
don't.
what.
Don't
You
even slippery. That's a real slippery
said
slope. Do not
don't do it.
block, delete, unsubscribe. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Miss
No,
Sealy. Don't do it.
that is very much. I mean, I've had my own groups that were like that sometimes, where it's like, what do you mean I didn't get? Why am I not the captain? Why am I not getting a solo? Because you're a horrible person.
Because you
So
don't practice, you have
I'm
a
going to
bad
give it
attitude,
to
and
the
you're late to
freshman
rehearsal.
who actually shows up every time, who knows what the heck she's doing, and actually gives a toot. So she's going to have this solo, and you can go cry in the back. I don't care. Like, yeah,
Ah.
longevity of performance does not equate anything.
No, sure doesn't.
No, no. And especially around here, like Indiana, like
Hmm.
so many of these groups around here will use seventh and eighth graders. So these kids are getting started
Yeah,
so early for
Florida too.
these quote unquote careers. And it's like, yeah, great. I'm glad you've been here for 6 or 7, 5, 6, 7 years. Good for you. You're still a horrible person. So you don't get to be the captain because you you have zero capability of being a responsible person. So no.
One of
Like,
the best decisions I ever made when I was teaching is I got rid of captains in my color guard.
yep, same, same.
I was like, well, we
Oh,
don't have
The
captains
last several years post COVID, like we didn't have captains. I was like, not doing it.
because these kids gun for it. Then it's like with the
ooh.
whole like Texas cheerleader thing, like with all the stories of like the mom hiring the hitman to take out the other girl's
You know
daughter.
what?
It's just like these kids start gunning for this position, and I'm like, why? Like a leadership position should develop naturally. There's always one student
Yes,
that just kind of the kids naturally follow.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I would spot that and I would just be like, hey, Becky, can you take them over there? Can you make sure everybody's getting their
Yeah.
equipment? I'll meet you at the field. I was never Becky as the captain, but I would always they always listen to her anyway. So
Yeah.
use her.
Kick out. Hey, Becky, can you do
Okay.
this? Brittany, can you do this? Heather, can you do this? Great. Thank you so much. And
Wow.
they feel good about it, having helped you as the director and da, 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 and like they're setting that example. Like, yeah, I stopped doing captains years ago. I mean, it was just like, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for anybody's because the infighting in the group about that was so ridiculous. It's like this is not helping anybody. Like, no.
Yeah.
Good luck in real life because you're going to be in your job and watch people get promoted that
Uh
you've been there for seven
yeah.
thousand years, and you boop, someone
Yeah.
comes in. So, but that's not really preparing us for life now, is it?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Best decision. So if you're out there and you have kids that are jockeying and fighting, just get rid of captains. Like, we're not gonna do captain.
Mhm.
Put it on a rotation for retreat so everybody gets a chance to go out for retreat.
I always did the seniors. If you were a senior, yes, you can go out and do the retreat. That's totally fine. Yeah, that's not whatever. You can do that.
Ooh.
But
Don't let there be
but
infighting, Lord Jesus.
I
yeah,
never had a huge guard, so we have 16 kids. we're going to, 5 shows or whatever. Three of you go out for retreat, this, and then just pick a show.
Even,
Oh,
even
your
when
parents
I
are
had
here, you can go out,
even when I had a guard of 4 kids, I was like, okay, we had no seniors, and I was like, well, then each of you gets to have a chance. We had like 8 contests throughout the season. Great, you get to do it twice. Just rotate out. It's fine.
Yep.
And they were like, okay, and like they just did it. And awards isn't anything special anyway. You're just there to grab a trophy. Like you get to stand there longer in your costume and sweat. Like
You're
great.
there to stand there for 20 minutes and then do some 45-hour long salute when they call your name instead of just walking up and take your trophy.
Yes, I love a salute.
I hate award ceremonies so much. There's my hot take. Get rid of award ceremonies. DCI doesn't
Agreed,
do it
because I don't
anymore.
even go, y'all. I can't even do it. I'm half asleep by the time it's my bedtime. By the
I've
time the
got
award
some
ceremony
salute
happens.
videos I'll have to send you, Jen. You will Kentucky not in the 90s, they were living for a salute.
No,
You will die.
I want to see it.
I say in indoor, get rid of the award ceremonies, just like they do at DCI. Here are the scores, 10th place, but and just so I don't have to watch these 30-second salutes, and then the awkward exchange where they walk up. Oh wait, we got to take a picture too. Oh, hang on, come back. All right, freeze. And then they're waiting. Like just Johnson High School, 10th place, 40 points. Newsom High School, 9th place. Just boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 so we can go home. End of story. All right.
I can get on board with that.
Kind of in the similar vein, but not all good spinners make good coaches or designers.
Oh yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, that's
Yep.
not a hot. Is that
Yeah.
a hot take again? That's natural. Yeah, that's true. That's the
Just
truth.
because you can spin doesn't mean you can teach. Just because
Amen to that.
you can spin, and that's fine.
Hmm.
Some of the best teachers, instructors, designers are horrible spinners, performers, and vice versa. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I think this one just stems more from, I think the younger generation of spinners that are becoming new instructors think that,
Got it.
we talked about it, Jen, in our, new
We sure
instructor.
did.
You got to remember kids do not have your talents. They don't have your abilities. And
Hmm.
that's a very hard line or a hard concept for some people to understand. Why
Mm.
can't my kids do all this that I can do? Well, you've
Yeah,
been
got to
spending all
teach them.
summer marching Blue Devils for all these years and you march here. Like, of course you can do it.
Yeah,
Well, or even just your local high school, and then maybe college. You too, like you have all that experience. It doesn't have to be DCI, WGI stuff. It's like just in
yeah,
general, like yeah, you're a great performer, but it doesn't mean you can convey all of that to a group of 20 kids who've never
yeah.
touched the flag before.
Teaching is a skill. Not everyone has it, and that's just the truth.
Mm, yeah.
That's okay. That's
And
okay.
that's okay. Exactly. That is okay.
It's okay.
That's where
Do what you do best.
that's where these great groups who have so many kids, it's interesting to see like, oh, the person who's the quote unquote director may actually be not a great performer at all. And they've got a couple people underneath them who are
Yep.
doing the training and the development of the skill sets. And they're over here, it's interesting to watch those larger ensembles, especially on the scholastic side. I don't care about independent, but like but like
Keep it
reality.
real.
But like
Tell
the
the truth.
scholastic side of things, it's like these programs that got, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 kids. It's interesting to see how that's structured because
Yeah.
the director is maybe not always the person that can do any or everything, but it's them managing the group, pulling in these people to know who to help and who can teach drop spins, who can teach
Right.
body, who can teach singles, doubles, triples, who whatever. And that's what makes a great group.
Exactly.
And that's Rando, Nebraska to Tarpon Springs. I mean, that's everybody across the board.
A lot of these new kids think they have to do all of themselves. I'm like, "Ah, I'll just do it myself. I'll do it better. No, baby. No, but don't do it by yourself.
Learning
That's
to
a way
ask
to get
for
burnt
help is
out
a
quick.
big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Big skill. And that's hard. I had to learn that. I mean, I
Same.
used to do everything myself for 18, 19 years of teaching.
Oh, not that long for me now.
And
Okay.
then the last, I honestly I would say the last 5 or so years of teaching, I I was able to have help.
I know
And
that's
it
right.
was
I know you
like,
were tired.
oh,
Ooh.
I've had help. Like this is amazing. I was like, oh, well, why don't you go do this? And she would go off and do that, and I'm over here doing this other thing, and we
Yeah.
started to use these strengths, and like, and it was like, oh, it took a lot of pressure and stress off.
Game changer.
But you're not always in that situation, and that's
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because of money too. Because sometimes you can't afford other
well, sometimes
people.
it's money, sometimes it's just time, money and time. Those are the two biggest. Like, yeah,
Yeah. Mhm. So yeah, not everyone who's a great performer is a great instructor or teacher.
yeah.
Agreed. We need to stop hiring unqualified people to teach color guard because undoing their mess is hard. And why are we hiring 18 to 19-year-olds to be directors? People with no teaching experience as a director?
Dang! That seemed
Ooh,
personal.
that
That
was
seemed
that felt
personal.
targeted.
No, that someone said,
It's not even me, but I feel attacked.
I do too. I'm like, oh, that,
That's
ooh,
that's
that was
true. I actually that's interesting. I had that thought the other day of like, how are some of these groups, this generation, like there's so many folks. I mean, I'm 43, and like, yeah, yeah. So like, I feel like there's like, I'll say late 30s plus age range of the people who are instructors, designers, that clump of people. We came out of this era of like maybe whoever we were taught by was the only person, or there, I don't know, there's this mindset of like, oh yeah, you want to do this, well, help me do this, or like, I don't know, there's how am I'm not saying this very well, like, there's kind of this like this camp of we're gonna gatekeep all this and not teach anybody how to do it. And then the other camp where it's yes, we will help you learn how to do this, and it's a more collaborative effort. So there's like, I mean, the people, the quote unquote great names of color guard, are they raising up their their next person to replace them? I don't know. Maybe not.
I will say there are a lot of groups out there, and we can't. It's not going to be people that are older, right? I think I started teaching when I was 18. However, I wasn't teaching Scholastic World Class Guard. It was a
Right.
play guard, right? So, and I had
Full
to
blown
learn.
novice. I was like, we were
Hello, you
Palooza.
know what I mean? So, I think there is to say like can we be picky sometimes for some programs? But sometimes I know out here we begging for people out here. Like, and even there's
Oh,
so many people that good directors or programs or band directors are like, do you know anyone that wants to teach? Anyone who wants to teach? And to say, well, we have to check mark how many years experience. That's just not practical in all
Yeah.
areas. I hate to
I
say it, but
mean,
it's just the truth. So you're gonna get some 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds only because, especially where you live, it may just be what it is.
yeah. Over here in like Kentucky, Indiana, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so many schools, it's been the same person
Yeah.
for ages. I mean, for 20, 30 years maybe. I mean, it's just been the same person. And when that person finally leaves, or is forced to leave, or what, well, I mean, life,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what maybe,
Life
I
be
mean,
life him.
life is lifing. Whenever that happens, someone's gonna have to replace them.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably gonna be some younger person, and so there's not this idea of yeah, I've been here for 20 years. Well, let me go ahead and start bringing in someone else to follow behind me that I can help mentor. I mean, there's not a lot of that happening, at least around here.
Yeah.
It's more just, oh, well, you're just gonna be here forever.
I'll
That's it.
also say that just because you're older doesn't mean you're a good instructor. I'm just gonna throw that as a hot take. They said
I
18 and 19-year-olds
valid.
trying to diss them. There are some
Mhm.
30 and 40 years old that I'm like, oh, I think you should hang it up.
Well, and being able to recognize that for yourself, that's a huge deal. Like,
Yep.
I know I don't know everything, but
Hmm.
like, and that's where it's like, oh, maybe I don't know these skills, but I can bring in someone who does
There you
to
go.
help. And being able to be humble enough to say that to yourself and then put it out there, right? Or, I was never the greatest movement person, so it was like, oh, bringing in someone else who knew how to do some more advanced movement skills to help my kids, you know, learn or whatever, be exposed to those things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think age necessarily has to do with who's a good or bad instructor. I do think you should be knowledgeable about what you're doing and then be okay to ask for help, older or younger. And I
Yeah.
think that creates a good program. But again, their guard is a very niche sport. So it's not that there's 1,000 directors out there or instructors out there jumping for all these spots. So we have to be not as picky as I
Mm.
guess the NFL getting like coaches. We ain't the
Right.
NFL.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, Jen, we are starving in this area for color guard instructors. So many schools, I mean, so many
Dehydrating.
kids that are teaching three, four different programs because nobody
Hmm.
else wants to do it
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
because there's no support for it in the area, and that's the
Yep.
bigger issue.
Yeah.
Bart.
No support helping you find rehearsal space, nothing like that.
Oh God.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. One more about, well, there might be more, but next on the list is another one about teaching.
Okay.
Consistently yelling at students is a coping mechanism for your lack of teaching skills.
I thought it was a coping mechanism. I just don't think it's necessary. You don't always yelling 24/7 ain't gonna do nothing.
They,
If you're always yelling, guess what? That's not working. So
uh,
I don't know if it's coping.
that's
I
kind
mean,
of
I think it makes sense to me in the way of it's like the way you're recovering for your bad teaching skills. If you have to constantly yell at the students,
Oh.
so maybe coping mechanisms the wrong word, but just that just shows if you're yelling all the time that you have a
Ain't
lack of
working.
proper teaching skills.
Yeah, it's not working. Yelling
I
24/7 is not working.
I think that's a very like antiquated way of teaching or coaching too, of like the more angry or mad I am at this kids, the harder they're gonna work, the more they're gonna get. No, that doesn't work. That's
Yeah.
not how that that's not how that is. I tried that personally. I'm like when I first was like, oh, that's how I was taught. I came out of that kind of mindset, so that's how
All three of us did came out of that. I mean,
Ooh,
that was our era.
this isn't
that
right.
really
Yeah, the
was.
era of like, the 80s, 90s, it's like does that actually work? I mean, it worked
Mm-mm.
on me-ish, but also that doesn't work on these kids. Like, it's coping mechanism isn't the right phrase, but I think I see what they're talking about. There's something. Why are you yelling? That's
Right.
there's more of that. There's more to unpack there. Why are you
Mm,
yelling? Are you yelling because you're just angry, or are you yelling because you think it's going to make them work harder or be better?
right. Go-
Mm, both both are issues, but
Right. We've all been there. We like, what the heck is going on? That is
right,
one thing.
like
But if you're what the heck is going on every eight counts, baby, we ain't. What are we doing?
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Can't teach on fear.
No, that does not
There
work.
you go. Thank you, Eric. Yes, that's yes. I was like, there's a I can't figure out. It's a fear thing. Yeah, at least that's how I came out of it. It was like, oh, I'm going to put the fear of God into you, and that's going to make you a better group.
I mean, I
No
know somebody that is
way.
a WGI judge at this point, and we used to teach in the same time, and we would talk, and they would say, "Oh, when I marched, I never dropped because if I dropped, watch out." I mean, just like,
For some kids, I guess it does. It can work for some, but it doesn't work for all.
but
For
yeah,
me,
but I mean,
most.
they're also our age, a little older, so that's
Oh,
how they were
okay.
raised and taught. So they were just like, I
Mhm.
And I
never dropped
feel
my
like
flag because if I did, I'd be crucified.
Eric, I think I've said this to you before. I feel like when in my history of teaching groups, like 2010, 2011 was kind of a benchmark of like the kids started like they were different.
Yeah.
And then pushing towards COVID, 2019, 2020, 2021, the kids were different. And now, even now through today, different batch of kids. Like they're not the types that I can't yell at the kids like I did today. Like, 20 years ago, I couldn't do the same methods of teaching, yelling or whatever I was doing. I can't do that to the kids today.
They don't respond to it. Yeah,
Yeah, they don't respond to it, or they don't. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
especially the Gen Z kids. They're just like, okay,
Yeah,
sure, girl.
it's so like
Literally.
it's just like how do you relate to anybody? How do you relate to a teenager? How do you relate to another adult or I mean it's just that it's that kind of like how do you relate? How do you convey information to people?
And that's a teaching skill. When we talk, people don't have the skill of teaching. I
Yeah,
mean, teachers have to connect. If you look in high
exactly.
school, middle school, elementary school, you have to connect with your
Yeah,
students in some way, shape, or form.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I
And if
feel
you
like
can't make that connection, you're set. You're doomed for failure.
yeah, and I feel like in color guard land, like there's no one helping us navigate that. There's no one helping us figure that out as time moves, moves forward like it does. There's no one just in general like, oh, well, kids these days are shifting. Let's all, there's none of that. It's Becky in Nebraska is doing her best. I'm doing my best here in Indiana, Kentucky. You're doing your best over there in Virginia. Like we're all just trying to like figure out how to handle students, it's
It's true.
yeah, I don't know if that
And
makes
then my sister is also a professor at Temple, and she's like, these kids, I think it's just a universal thing with teaching.
sense.
We're all like, these ain't the kids that Whitney said was the future, is it? Okay, well, here we go. I guess it is.
Uh-huh.
All right, moving on. Winter Guard was more fun when we wore wool and had no music. I like silence.
What? I'm hanging up.
When I read
It's time
this,
for me
I
to
was
go.
like, how old is this person?
Wool? They said wool?
When they wore wool and had
Blah,
no
blah,
music.
black sheep? That's what we doing?
Ah, not
Baby, it's
Baba
time to hang
Black.
it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it
Oh,
up. What?
shoot. Oh, read it one more time, please, Eric.
Oh, no.
Winter Guard was more fun when we wore wool and had no music. I like silence. This must be like old school color guard, like pre WGI
Like
color guard,
like 50s, 60s
where,
business.
where it was literally like you were marching with the colors,
That
and
is
I,
no.
I had to include this because I was like, wow, like,
I don't no. I can't.
I'm offended. I'm speechless. I
I mean,
more fun. Well, you know what? We
I mean,
don't know because we
there,
didn't do it. So you
that
know what?
that's true, Jen. Yes, that's very true.
Maybe.
I will say I could see the structure and discipline of that era creating a environment where you felt like
Read to reach.
reaching. He's
Ooh, okay,
I'm
reaching.
Will.
okay, I'm
He
reaching. I
is
am. I forget
reaching.
now.
Ooh, I'm like,
Yeah,
where we
forget it.
going with this, Will?
Did you pull a muscle there?
Get that part. I did. My back hurts.
I will also say it's all about the music for me. Yeah, The
Yes.
music is what drives me to create. So now maybe, well, I'm reaching like, well, next.
Yeah.
I
All
can't.
right. We'll move on.
Yeah, that's hard. Eesh.
Easier shows shouldn't win just because they're clean.
Do they?
I feel like this one might have been slightly targeted, but
I was gonna say, do they win? 'Cause
Easier show.
I think the what this one probably isn't, or what this person's probably not catching, is just when shows look easy, you don't
mm-hmm.
see the difficulty in it or fully understand the difficulty in it.
Yep. That's
And
the
Yeah,
job.
because
That's what makes it beautiful.
delivering an effortless performance where it
Yeah.
looks so easy and that choreography looks like it's the most simple thing ever, that is really freaking hard.
If you think that you can do it when you're watching it, they did their job. If I'm sitting here eating my Doritos, go, I can do that right now,
On
baby. You crushed
Doritos.
it.
Exactly.
Crushed.
Yeah.
yeah, so I think
Yeah,
that's what they mean by easier shows shouldn't win just because they're clean. Because
No, an
that's
easy
that's yeah.
show, quote unquote easy, let's put
Mm-hmm.
that in quotes, quote unquote easy show.
wouldn't win.
Everyone's show
No.
should look easy. It should look effortless and not difficult to like if your show looks hard and you're struggling to get through it,
You're gonna
you're not
lose.
gonna win.
You're gonna
Like
lose.
there's some issues. Here's some let's
Yeah,
go
you're
back
gonna
to the a couple hot takes ago when we talk about teaching groups.
definitely.
Like
Yeah,
it's,
you're gonna lose, and the
it's
judges are gonna cuss you out. The judges will cuss you
maybe you should
out.
have
So
done
no.
maybe you should have done some double swing flags.
Ah.
Double swing flags is not easy, by the way.
Thank you.
Saber offers more untapped potential choreo than rifle.
I'm a Saber girly. I'm gonna be biased. So I'll let you all take this one first.
I'm gonna say no to that. I don't.
I agree with this one simply
Well,
because I just did your camp for Mason, and I did a saber block and a rifle block, And it was like I found I could do so much more with a saber than I could with a gun.
Yeah, I'm not a rifle, but
I'm
I'd be partial to saber. It just seems like there's, yeah, it just the
well,
two ends. You can work with them. I'm
okay.
biased though. Yeah.
I'm processing. So
Okay, okay. We're here with you. We're here with you.
I spent a lot of time in the mid 2000s
Ah.
teaching groups to spin rifle like it was a saber because they
Mm.
were more dancy. And so I was like, but we only had rifles. So I was like, well, let's spin this rifle like it's a saber. So we're gonna do very lyrical, whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's
It
just
does. No.
but that's where I that so I spent a lot. So to me, I'm like, I can make a rifle look really pretty. Saber, but the saber does have some part. Yeah, I can. Okay,
So I think the saber you can do more with
I
it,
get it.
especially with your body. Like you can put the
Yeah.
saber in your elbow and like that's a
Uh-huh.
can't
Well,
really
yeah,
do that with a gun.
And the
yeah.
hilt is
There's some
also
things
another
you can
issue.
do with. Yeah, I okay. I'm
I some girly who also is not a rifle, and on my rifle look like saber work. I
Mhm.
empathize with that though. I can understand what you're saying because they were like, oh, when rifle people came to my school and did rifle work, they were like, is that what it's supposed to look like? First of all, mind your business. But yes, yes, that's what rifle supposed to
No,
look like.
yeah, but I can get behind this though. Yeah, I think yeah, saber. It's almost kind of more fun to see like what can I do with the saber. It's almost like, ooh, where can I put this? How can I how can I twirl this around? How can I move my body to make this look interesting? A friend of mine a few years ago, she was like, it's just dance with a stick. And I was but I love that because I was like, oh, yes, that's a great way to explain it to kids who've never touched saber before. I was like, it's
But
dance with a
just
stick.
hurts
You
me.
have to use your body with it to turn it into this other thing. And I was like, okay, sure. So I was like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it's I like Saber as a now. I used to hate it, but
I love spinning a saber now.
as a teen, I hated it because I was scared of it. But the older I get, I'm like, it's so much easier to spin that thing than a rifle. I'm like, oh,
And Eric, your saber work eats down every time. Every time I'm like, sus.
I want to learn some Eric Saber.
Ooh,
Let me
I
do
like
it.
to watch Eric Saber. These
I'll have
males
to
can't
go
do
over
it.
and do it
However,
in clinic.
oh, it's so good.
Let's move on to DCI Sound Sport and all age experience is equally as valuable as world or open class.
Of course
Yes,
it is. Of course.
correct.
Yeah.
I agree, but I would see this as a hot take because people crap on even open class drum
It's
corps.
Well, that's on them. That's
it's
their
the same as
insecurity, I
an
guess.
open WGI
Yeah.
stuff.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
that same crap.
Mhm.
No, those all age drum corps are doing more slash sometimes better than these quote unquote world class corps. Sometimes I'm like
Yeah.
design wise and things. I'm just like, yeah, there's no reason they're all trying to do the same stuff. Like I don't.
Yeah. I question the age of the person who submitted this because I'm wondering if it went back 20 something years ago myself, how I think about this question versus now. We're older and mature. We can respect what's happening. I
Yeah.
think when you're
That's why I
younger,
say I think this is a hot take,
yeah,
just because we're older and we can,
yeah,
see the value in it. Where I
Can you
think
say it
yeah,
again, Eric?
it just says DCI Sound Sport all age experience is equally as valuable as world and open class.
yeah.
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
I think
yeah,
what
Yeah.
there's this could be a younger person who is maybe marching open or a sound sport or an all age, and they don't feel as valued as somebody who's marching. We're not even talking like blue coats. I mean, you could be talking Music City, who's
yeah.
15th place or world class drum corps. I marched the dead last drum corps in 2001. We were literally dead last. We were Div 1, which would be world class now.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked just as hard. I had tons of fun. I learned a lot. And yes, we came in dead
Yeah,
last. We weren't that great, but my experience is just as valuable as when I went to Cavies the next year.
absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, I
The
don't, yeah,
organization was completely different, obviously, and that's different staff and all that and different talent pool. But I did the same thing. I ran around on a field spinning a flag.
yeah.
dying. Yeah, it's just as valuable. That's, yeah, I will say that 1,000%.
Yeah.
Next one. Skirts are so difficult to perform well with. Uniforms with pants are much better.
Boo. I'm not saying they're
Boo.
wrong.
I was
I'm not
about to
saying
be
they're
like,
wrong,
boo.
but
I love a gown. Come on.
I love a skirt, baby. Listen,
What?
I'm not saying
Weird.
they're wrong. Is it hard to do? Yes, but so
Yes.
is life. So is life. Life is hard to do.
Oh, his life. Us wearing a skirt to perform. So is life. Listen,
Hmm.
just I live
You're
it.
not wrong, Taker, but I'm still gonna put that skirt on because it's cute and pretty.
Also, let's like practice in your skirts,
Yeah.
folks. It's not like it's hard. Now, I will say, sure, getting practice skirts could be challenging. That's fine. But you know what? Get some elastic, cut up your old flags, sew some skirts together, folks. It's not hard to do that. So don't be afraid to do that. Be resourceful. Learn to sew. That's a whole different hot take. Um, but
Eric can sew for all of you.
yeah.
Well, you want to pay
Um,
me? Also flags for you.
I will sew also. Yes, we'll get it done. No,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, especially outdoors.
Hmm.
Fill up that field. Give me
Yeah.
some skirt. Give me some palazzo pants. Palazzo
Right.
pants are fabulous on the
Yeah.
field.
They're not wrong. It may be
Like
harder to perform it than pants. I'll give you that,
have
but
to
it's
be
not, you shouldn't
very
shy away from it.
aware. You have to be very
Yeah.
aware of your equipment around your body. That goes back to a teaching thing.
Maybe that's a design thing. I was going to say that because if you know you're going to have this half skirt that's hanging off, stop writing under the leg work over and over and over. If you
Like,
know that skirt's going to be there, why are you putting the equipment there 15, 20 times?
uh,
That part, there it is. So
there it
yeah,
is. Yep.
you're not wrong, but still love them, still use
You're
them
not
because
wrong, but you are
be
wrong.
smart with it.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Juxtaposition will medal in the next 3 years.
Oh,
Maybe. I mean, who could tell? We never know what the kids are gonna do. Maybe.
I will say this 3 years, I would say, yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, within 3 years, especially with now Fusion not coming out. So now you're losing another guard at the top. Pride's gone, Fusion's gone. That just you're
I mean,
moving
I
you
I
moving up
want Jack
closer.
to the medal, but I don't.
Yeah.
Is it gonna
As
happen?
an attorney, I don't speak in absolute, so I'm still saying a maybe. You ain't
There
gonna
you go.
catch me
There you go.
on tape saying
Yes,
something absolute, but I'm gonna say
I would love for them to get a medal. Yes.
yes.
Agreed. And I
Hmm.
don't I don't think that's an overall. I think that could very well happen. I
Exactly.
mean, obviously they got to put in the work, and you got to have the show and all that. But do they
Yeah.
have the ability to do
Not
it?
what everybody else is
Absolutely.
doing, but
Is that
like,
a hot take going around? Real? I think anyone. That's interesting because anything can happen for anyone. I don't count anyone out ever because always a new slate.
right. I mean,
That's what I think. So
anything can
yeah,
happen.
maybe.
You don't ever know. So yeah.
Mhm.
All right, next one. Flag books are only easier because color guards don't incentivize performers to get good at flag.
Oh,
Flat books are easy. It depends where you're marching because I don't. That also seems pointed. That seems pointed.
I think
That seems very
that's
pointed.
a little, maybe a little pointed. I'm not mad that they brought it up though.
Well, you know me, my number one thing, clap for the flags and all of this, and flag lines being the afterthought. And you can see it in the sport. Flag is being pushed to the back burner to make way for the weapons and all the fun weapon stuff. And you can see it in
in
most color guards, not all, but most color guards. The
in
You're
flag,
not wrong.
in
the
the past,
choreography is just like,
world
that's
class
all you're gonna
cards have
do.
been giving us a flag feature, so let's acknowledge that too, though. So they've been bringing it back. However, at the WGI level, in world class especially, which world class is not the be all end all, folks, so don't forget that part. Yeah, flag is treated as though it's like whatever.
Well, there used to be so many ripples for so long. Just ripple, 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 ripple,
Ugh.
Who uses
ripple, ripple, ripple. So now
it?
there's two. It feels like the circle is coming back around where it's going to be ensemble again. So
I
yeah,
mean, give me 27 people that can spin a flag together as an ensemble. That's really freaking hard and really impressive.
If
yes,
you can
Like,
look like Miamisburg 98 flag feature,
baby.
eh, give
give it
me
to me. Give it to me. But you can also see it like within even watching World Guards. I mean, the weapon lines are doing and crazy, and then you're like, that's all you're giving your flags to do?
Some swoops in the back.
Like
Honestly, swoops in
like
the back
really?
or the
That's what your
side.
flag line's doing? World
Yeah, swoops
class?
in the side. It's true. Swoops on the side, swoops in the
so,
back.
but that's why I think we love Fusion so much or A2 so
Yeah.
much. Like they they pay attention and will give they put thought into flag choreography. Like, or even Fantasia this past winter. Like that flag choreography was great. It was they were doing it wasn't the whole group, but it was they were giving them something.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like that is a skill set.
And to be fair, if you spin them rifles and sabers that way, that means you can technically you can spin that flag too. Give me the flag feature, baby. I'm
Mhm.
dehydrated for it.
That part. Yes, ma'am.
Put it on the judge's sheet.
Yeah.
Must have flag feature.
Did we
I,
answer the question? I'm not sure if we answered the question.
I would just say, well, the thing flag books are easier because guards don't incentivize
Okay.
performers to get good at flag because the focus tends to be on weapons. So when they do have a flag line or whatever, you're just kind of like, that's all you're doing because
Okay,
all
yeah.
the attention is given to the
I
weapon.
would much
I,
rather see an all flag show than
yeah. I don't know if it's because they're giving more attention to technique for weapon. I just don't, I think they just think it's they'd rather do weapon. So not
they think it
focusing,
carries
but
more weight and it doesn't.
yes, I'd say that. Yeah.
It's not on the judge's sheet.
Come on.
All right, next one. I hate when color guards put their members off the tarp during big features.
Oh,
So when you're spinning your flag feature and you got 40 kids and then you have those
mhm.
three that are standing, they're still doing the work, but they're
Yeah.
off the tarp. That's what they're talking about.
I can see how it can bother some people. It doesn't bother me. The guard is big and everyone's on the flag, baby. If you're on a flag ensemble, that's what we said before. Be in the stands for all I
Like
care.
someone sounds like somebody's a bitter Betty because they got shoved off the tarp. So bye. Sorry that the staging didn't work out for your benefit, Becky.
Becky going through it in this.
Good.
She going through it.
You
Becky,
hush.
girl.
You hush. Just get on, shush, and do their flag work. Shut up.
Becky is going through it.
She
Help
is
her.
having a hard. She's having a
Hmm.
hard time.
Mm.
But also, shut it, Becky.
Yeah, I don't, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
No,
I'm
it
fine
doesn't.
with it. I'm just
Honestly,
happy
I
they're
would.
on flag. I'm
To
happy
me, it
for it.
sounds like it's the form that like contracted and then
Hmm.
blew up, and then boom, we see the color, and it's like heck yeah, and you
Yeah,
filled up that whole gym, you
yeah.
filled up the entire performance space that you're allotted. That's fabulous. Like yes, I love it.
Like I said, put them in the stands too. I don't care. You all spin
And
it together.
right,
I'm
yeah,
okay with it.
crawl up in the bleachers. Come on, up in
I'm
there.
okay with it.
Like yes,
Or
yeah,
get a bigger floor.
or get a bigger form. But
Next one. Achievement score should weigh more than design or content.
I agree with this. I was just saying this the other day. I know I agree.
Kind
I'm
of
a
like how
little,
the A class equipment and
yeah,
movement scores are weighted.
agreed. Because it's just like you're still gonna be doing your stuff. I agree with that. I just think it just allows for slop and allows for foolishness. Like, well, it wasn't perfect, but look how hard it was. I don't know. That's my take.
I'm guessing. I wonder what sheet they're referring to. Probably sounds world class ish.
That or it could be across all captions,
I don't know,
Hmm.
but
not just the equipment and movement.
Achievement. Yeah, we gotta. If we ain't achieving the show, what are we
kind
doing?
of like I mean, in my brain, I kind of like how like out for marching band, it's like so many captions are more like 60-40 or not maybe not quite split half and half, but it's a little bit more evened out. I do wish we saw a little bit more of that because it's like yeah, if you can't do it,
That's what
Why
I
are you doing it?
exactly.
why are you doing
I'm
it?
not saying I'd be 80-20, but 60-40, I would appreciate. Yeah,
Right.
for
Yeah,
sure,
sixty
for
forty
sure.
to me seems a little more realistic.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, this is a hard skill. You're mostly achieving it, so I can give you credit.
Yeah.
But just because three of your 10 kids can do this neck roll body thing, whatever, but the rest of them are dropping it, no,
Taking
that's
it.
not, that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This is
agree.
why I was so averse to the proposal where they wanted to weight the composition over the excellence, where
That
they
was
wanted
that
that
was like
70.
70
Hmm.
30 or something
They
like that.
wanted 70 30
Yes.
for composition. I was like, ooh, that's a slippery slope there because you are putting people in a dangerous position
Mhm.
because then you put whatever you want in the air. And at the end of the day, does it really matter if you catch it?
Sure doesn't.
I mean, it helps if you catch it, but the weight of your scores and what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next one, difficulty and design are not the same. I think this one kind of goes back to the conversation we were having earlier with easier shows shouldn't win just because they're clean, because they're looking at the difficulty and not looking at the
Mhm.
design of the
Yeah.
program. So it's
But yeah, design is design. It can be easier.
right. I think what they're
Hard,
saying is people conflate the two, saying, "Oh, if you have a hard show or your weapon book is difficult, your equipment book is difficult, you have a well designed show."
no,
Or
That's
if
not true.
your if your show looks easy, then it's not well designed. I think that's what they're arguing against.
not how that works.
Yeah. No.
Everything should look completely easy and effortless. So
Yeah, they are not the same. And
I want you to design the hardest show possible, and it better look really freaking easy when you do it. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, this keep seems to be coming up a lot where people are conflating. And I think again, when you're looking, my mom will think something looks easy, right? Because she's like, "There, it looks effortless." But I will know because I'm trained, like, nah, mom, that's actually really hard. So it's like,
Right?
I just think maybe we
It's a
need to have
control
more
issue.
color guard literacy, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
I think from a fan perspective, especially a younger fan, I'm not targeting younger people, but they don't have the years of experience, especially on the teaching side,
Mm-hmm.
where they don't catch all of the design elements in the program and how it's staged and how moments are happening and why this color is being used. They see big tosses go up in the air, they come down, they get excited, and they're like, we saw it so many times with when these high energetic shows come out, and we'll talk about Amp with the Alice in Wonderland show when they were like what 12, and
Mm-hmm.
people are like, why didn't this win? Why wasn't this great? Because it was just so fun and engaging, and that's what
Right.
they connected to.
right.
And
That
it's
was
like, well,
good.
there's so many more layers to this, but people just, and you can go to the YouTube video of it, and you'll see all the comments.
Yeah.
Go to Northmont 97, Dante's Inferno. How did this not win? How did this not win? How
Mhm.
did this not win? And it's like,
It was a mess.
yeah,
But
well,
I said what I said. Love it.
was it fun? Was it GE loaded? Was it an incredible show? Was it iconic? Absolutely. But
I think that's where especially a lot of uh, again, not to keep hating on these younger, quote unquote, younger people, but like the people who maybe haven't seen as much things of as we three have,
Mhm.
like the '90s shows, they were doing some real freaking tough stuff.
Yeah, they were.
Especially those flag books were not easy. They were running around the tarps, but they made it look so effortless that
Yeah.
it looks when you look back at it, yeah, it quote unquote looks a little boring
Hmm.
or it doesn't have the oomph that we expect to see, but it's like no, there's a lot more happening there. They were also really freaking well trained back then. Like they
Yeah.
were beasts on equipment. Equipment, body is different.
Yeah.
The the body that we have today, you combine that with the equipment skills of the '90s, holy
Oh,
mackerel.
out. Yeah.
That
I
would
will say
be
that I think we just need, as a community, probably a little more color guard literacy to help with in our community. You know what I mean? Because uh I think that would help with understanding like this looks harder, this doesn't look harder. I like this show better. There are a lot of shows I love better that didn't place the way
right.
I thought they would, but I have to go back and go, okay,
a lot of
this is what's
mine are like
happening.
bottom of the barrel, but I'm like, I love it so much because of
Right.
the
Like has nothing to do with the
No,
story. And
no.
I had a judge that told me when I was very young, and she said, I still remember this. She looked me dead in the face and critique. She said, you should never hear from a judge, I don't like. She's
Mm-hmm.
like, if you get that, you have a massive problem and you need to go to the chief judge about it because it does not matter what they like.
Right.
And there's a big thing. And from a fan perspective, if you're trying to understand why did this guard beat that guard, you need to take like out of your analysis.
Yeah. That's what fan favorites for, y'all.
that's right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So, yes, design and difficulty and design are not the same. We 100% agree, but I can see how this is a hot take for some some
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
All right, this one was probably the biggest hot take that I got that I saw, and I clutched my pearls because this one
Oh,
I felt targeted on this one.
Oh,
oh
So
no, I feel it already.
now I'm setting this up. You guys might be really that's it, but for me, I was like, okay, this is a hot take.
okay.
I hate silent features. It takes me out of the show and feels really awkward.
I feel targeted. I love a silent feature.
I love a
I
silent feature.
love that. Give me more. Oh, yeah, that's a hot take for y'all. That's nah.
I don't.
Oh, I love a silent feature.
Like,
Wait,
like
no,
we had
I get
that 32 counts of just silent flag
I mean,
work or
my brain is like I'm like my brain is like a quick reel of like all these shows that I've seen in the past where it's like holy crap. Heck, Onyx Open did an entire silent show in was that 03, 2003, I think.
they
Show
did
was
03 was
silent.
the silent show, yeah.
Yeah, that orange flag and like
Fun story about that. That was originally Adagio for strings.
oh yeah,
And one day at practice, they cut the music to help the guard learn to spin together. And they were like, wait,
we love this. Yeah,
we
well,
love this. And they said, you know what? No more.
I mean, I
I love a silent feature.
I love it
So I disagree with that hot take. I'm sorry. Sorry to that
because
man
it's
or
a big
woman or
risk
they,
and
them, my friend. We ain't agreeing on this. And I will die on that hill. Silent
saying
feature for life.
it's yeah,
Like
that's
Will and Swing Flags, it's going down. No. Mm-mm.
exactly.
I'm gonna take a silent feature all day.
Swing flags
Mm-mm.
and silent features. Yeah.
I will say I only agree with them if you're doing a silent show.
Mm.
Because that is, I
Oh
agree,
yeah.
that is insanely awkward to watch when the
Yes.
entire five and a
No.
half minute production is dead silent.
No. Well, honestly, the earlier person from before, just colors and silence, they will also, they like that silence, they
They
said.
love
So
they love a good silent
they
feature.
like a silent show. So
They
there is
want to hear
someone.
that click, click, click of the guns.
But I saw this in my Instagram response. And I was like, "Oh!" I even messaged this person back. I said, "Okay, now this is a hot take
It is.
because oh my god, I love a silent feature,
Me
especially if it's
too.
well placed and it's." Now, some people will just throw it in their show because, all right, we needed 15 more seconds because we got promoted from regional A to A and our timing changed. So they,
Whatever. But like,
yeah,
yeah.
I love a good silent feature, especially if it's all flag and you get that silk
The,
rip,
the
That
whoosh,
whoosh.
that
the
Yes.
whoosh of
whoosh.
the fabric and the click of the pole and the oof, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm cool with silent
Pomona
feature.
High School, when they were in Scholastic World, they did two Maya Angelou poems and they put a silent feature in between because it worked because there was a narration. The whole show is a narration. They did I Am Woman phenomenally. I
Oh yeah,
forget
yeah,
the name,
yeah.
and then they also
Phenomenal
did
woman.
Phenomenal Woman, and they did I forget the other name of the poem, but they stopped in between and had this purple flag silent feature, and it was amazing. And then after the flag feature finishes, then Maya Angelou comes back in with her second poem.
Hmm.
I'm just like loved it.
Silent feature for life. Like I said, for life, silent feature, die on the hill,
Yeah.
resurrect me and dig me up again, dying on the hill.
Yep.
All right, next one. Oh, I put this one down, but then as I was typing it up, I'm like, I think this needs a conversation, but WGI should have an all age division that is separate from World. And then I put that senior class. So
Yeah,
we talked about this with the proposals. WGI needs to bring senior class back,
agreed.
at least for the regionals. I understand
Agreed.
championships is a whole different can of
Agreed.
worms,
Yeah, I agree. And it makes me sad that they're gone. Oh, no,
yeah.
I feel sad.
But they were saying WGI should have an all age division that is separate from World. And then I'm reading, I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, well, that's
they
the
do.
senior
They
class that
do.
WGI used to recognize. Now they don't. Now you have to compete in World.
Yeah.
I know there's not a ton of them, but they are out there.
There's enough that I mean,
You could have it at the regionals and have two or three show up
Yeah, agreed.
yeah.
and
And
let them get exposure and have fun and put their and
well,
most
and
of these senior guards are doing this for fun and they have fun shows and we love
Exactly.
fun
I would
shows as viewers.
I would let them, put them have them perform after open before independent world, like put them in the middle so like they get the crowds, they get the
Yes.
there's like because other I mean, there's that kind of trickiness of like it's like the exhibition bands at the end of a contest. It's like, well, everybody's basically all gotten up and left, unless they're I mean, there's that kind it's like, bless their hearts, like let them perform in the middle or at the beginning or some
Yeah.
in a little easier where you
Put
can
the exhibition before world class when everybody's flooding the gym so they can see and then you get the
Uh,
audience. Yep.
yeah.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's where independent senior used to perform. I think they were
It's
after
true.
open.
It's
Mm.
true.
because they were
Yeah.
judged on the open class sheet.
Sheets.
So the
Yes.
judges didn't have to change sheets. They were just, okay, same sheet, next group. Next one, across the floors are harder than choreography.
Mine are. But what do they mean by across the floors? Like dance
They
across the
just
floors,
they yeah,
equipment?
I'm sure they're talking.
I mean, dance across the floors are choreography. What are we saying?
Well, that too, well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, a lot of schools, I mean, a lot of groups still do the traditional. We're going to do jazz runs. Now we'll do chasses. Now we'll do sautés, where they don't do the combination style across the floors that many groups do now.
It's still choreography though. A jazz run is still choreography. As is walking is also choreography. I don't.
I always, I mean, from like my groups, it was always like we're gonna do across the floors, and it should be easy breezy for you to do this, so we can get like we're gonna get through it. Like it shouldn't be, it should be old hat. Like we should like just do it. Boom, it comes second. It's second nature for you to jazz walk across the tarp. Like
My across the floors are more than just a jazz run. So I guess depending on what kind of
Yeah, yours
program
are
you have,
very complicated. Yeah.
yeah, it depends.
well,
But they're technical for movement to make sure they can understand how to move across the floor because I think people forget that across the floors are across the floors. They're supposed to get you behind across the floor, and people
yeah.
don't move, right? So I don't know if I agree with that because I just think it's choreography. So maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but
Hmm.
You
read
might
it
be overthinking
again.
it as a movement person.
I know. Maybe I read it again. Maybe
That's
Well,
all it says. Across the floors are hard. They said choreo, and I just completed the word for you.
I mean,
uh-uh.
your
I
choreography
mean,
is
I
made
can
up
see
of
this as in a way
across
of like
the
people like
floors.
hating basics block on equipment and how equipment a basics block is harder than doing your actual show choreography. Maybe that's kind of the parallel they're trying to make with the
For me, you should be doing your cross flows with your equipment as well, not just without it. So I don't know. I don't, I'm
Yeah.
we're
well,
confused.
eh, sorry, friend who put that in.
All
Yeah.
right, next one is kind of a similar vein. Sixes are easier than triples.
Ah! Wrong. Triples are no.
I'm mad.
I would agree with this if they said sixes are easier than quads because quads are always they're such awkward placement for
Yes,
me.
agreed.
Triples, five, sixes, no problem. And even
Yeah.
to today, like I will go outside and spin. I'm getting ready for your clinic or whatever, and I'll do my toss ladder. I cannot place my quads. I don't know what
It's
it is.
true. It's true.
Maybe Eric
It's
throw a
true.
six. Here you go,
Yeah.
BAP, or whatever. And I'm like, wait, my quad. It's a 4.5. It's 3.5. It's just there's something about a quad for
Quads are
me.
evil. Quads are evil. And I think they're put in just to mess with us. So I'll say that. Disagree with homie.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Sorry. Hot take.
But
Hot take,
if you
yes.
said quads, I'd be like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is a hot take. Sixes are easier than
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Who
see,
is this person?
I would say quads are easier than triples,
no.
but that's just
Oh,
that's like my old like training brain. I'm like
fair enough.
we were like we would skip like we would do singles, doubles, quads because triples we all hated triples, so it was just like oh let's
What?
just do
Give me a
single
triple.
so
I
like
think triples like the bread and butter of
That's it
like
for
of A
real.
class color. You're like
Yes, that's the
local A class. Triple should be your
no,
bread and butter.
baby. If you're dropping
like
triples,
we were
I'm
the queens of the
mad.
quad. We were the queens of the quads. We were the so I was like, but
Quit
ask
it,
us to do
quads.
triples. It was like, no, we're not doing triples.
Come on, alliteration. Goodness.
I love it.
All right. World class and open class teams should not be able to go back down after just 1 year.
Targeted. This is targeted. That's a
Yes,
hot take.
very targeted.
So I think this is targeted at like groups that get eliminated and they're like, oh, okay, we didn't make semis. We can go back down.
I just think people should mind their business. I just
Mhm.
don't
Very
mind your business and let
funny.
people do it. You focus on your group
Yeah.
and keep it pushing, and don't worry
Well,
about
and
any
are
else.
they saying this about independent or scholastic?
It
Because
just says world class and open class teams.
I disagree because here's the thing: the judges will end up being like, "Wait a minute, you thought you were slick? Behind back up." If well,
I wonder.
they should do that.
That feels targeted, and
It does
I
feel targeted. Yeah, mind your groups and
you
make
don't
them good.
know.
That's it.
Yes,
Mind your groups.
exactly. Yeah, mind your business.
That is a hot take though, but
That's a
I
hot
just
take.
Well, get ready for the next one.
Oh,
oh,
no. Ah!
Folding a team that got promoted to then create a new team to put in a lower class should not be allowed. It should be based on staff, not team name. And I know this one is
I know it's
targeted.
so targeted.
That sounds very
Oh,
targeted, but I also am
oh,
like, show us the receipts.
oh. Are they really?
I'm
Yes.
Oh,
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
I'm
and
gonna
that's
I'm gonna
exactly where I know that's where this was coming from.
that's some shady games. That's yeah, that's real. I was like, I was like, oh no.
I mean, look, I don't know. It could be money. It could be issues. People could just say I ain't coming back because I hate y'all. I don't know why people do what they do, and that is my business. I just
I mean, I agree to a point. Like when you see how obvious it is with some groups, you're like, come on, y'all. Like, come on.
The only groups that like it makes sense where I'm like, no, leave them alone. It's like Pacific Airs. Like, leave them alone. They do they get medals, 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 and they disappear because that's how that's fine.
they're
It
also like scholastic groups that their school split.
well, there's
It
that
happens a
too, right?
lot, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like they got promoted and then their school split and they have 4 kids next, you know? So we don't know what situation some groups are in.
Right.
I'll say that much because I know like here in Virginia, I know in Florida, schools split often as well. Well, they did 20 years ago. Let me not. I
Texas,
don't
it
know what's
happens all
happening.
the time. I mean, a lot of
Right.
those Texas schools that get divvied up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, new schools are being built, and then I mean,
Yeah, they get
you were
split.
at Freedom when I went to
Yeah, champ.
Champ, and half the kids from Freedom High School went to John Champ High School.
Sure did. Sure did. So I don't know everyone's circumstance. It could look shady, but I just don't know because I know a lot of people that directors are like, oh, they split my school and I got 7 kids and a chicklet left. I can't go to world class like this. But
Ah!
if they come back out looking like they spinning on like swans and stuff, I'm looking at you side-eyed.
We're getting
And let's be real. I mean, if you come out that way, WGI is not going to let you stay in that class anyway.
No, they won't.
they're gonna go boop, get out of
Yep, yep. But I do agree. It is kind of shady when you see that happen. Like, okay, well, oh, you just got promoted to open. Oh, wait, oh, but now you're coming out with a new A guard or something. Yeah. But WGI has a rule. This isn't totally related, but when you get promoted to like you medal and open, you get promoted to world, you can't move back. You can't take a year off and then come back out and open. You have to come back out in
Hmm.
world. You cannot move down until you have competed in that class at World Championships, even if it's 5 years later.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Because people were we'll just take the year off and then we'll come back out back in open or A class. You can't do that anymore. If you come back out as Joe Schmo color guard, you win open class, get promoted to world. You're like we ain't doing world. Let's take a year off. Then you come back out. You have to be in world.
Hmm.
WGI will put you there, and you stay in world until you go to WGI.
Okay. Well, then that clears up some of that.
Yeah, I was just exactly.
So that, I mean, technically that,
Note to self.
Yeah.
I'm like, hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. WGI has outgrown Dayton and should move. Indianapolis is the most logical place with better
Oh,
infrastructure, venues, and hotels.
No,
maybe I ain't going to Indy. I ain't going. I can't do it. Can't do
they're
it. Can't
not
do it.
going to Indy,
That
and
drives too much. Mm-mm.
no.
I will say WGI is outgrowing Dayton,
I will say that I'm not against that.
especially color guard side.
Yes.
Percussion, I don't know but I mean the board of directors just shut down the new venue. They had a sixth venue for color guard.
I saw that. Yeah, the
The
other
board
day.
of directors were like, nope, it's not good enough.
Yeah, which I wonder what they looked at. That would be interesting to know which site they looked at. I don't know.
Right.
As a girly has to go to Dayton and Cincinnati for Christmas time, I can say it has definitely outgrown. But I will say it would have hurt the poor area, the Kingdoms Come, because they do look forward to Color Guard being
I
there.
mean, it's a yeah, it's a big boom for that
Mhm.
whole area,
It
which is
truly is.
wonderful, and that's fine.
But I'm not saying they're wrong with the
I really
outgrowing.
wish that they would just get over themselves and use a really nice high school gym. Just add one on for Thursday. It's fine. Like finals can still be in the fancy arena, but
Well, all the regionals are in high schools.
yeah,
And there are
like
some big ass high schools out there.
There are plenty of high schools in that area that you could easily use for a prelim site. So get over yourself and do it.
And you put a
Mm.
big black curtain in the back, put up lots of banners, and you can make it look fancy.
Look like Centos.
You
Look
can
like
make it look like
Centos. Look at that.
Cintas, yep, or the Nutter Center. I mean, we got people warming up on the curtain behind you.
Oh,
You have that silent
girl.
feature in your show, and you hear clankety
There's
clank
that
clank,
and you hear somebody clanking along. Becky's back there clanking her pole on the.
or you hear the gawk block, and the girls going 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's like, but we're
And
on
out.
six. I'm like,
Oh.
but I'm not ready to release yet. What's happening? I know. Oh shoot. Yeah.
Oh, so I agree. It's outgrowing Dayton. They got to figure that. I mean, you look at the sheer number of guards we have. I mean, you got 35 independent world. You've got almost 30 scholastic world, 50 independent open, almost 60 scholastic. I mean, just you're running out of space.
Scholastic
Yeah.
A though. That's the big well, not problem. That's the kicker is Scholastic A. Because there's no reason that they shouldn't have 200 plus Scholastic A guards competing, but they can't do it. There's no room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well.
All righty. Sticking on WGI, WGI needs to add a fourth class above world.
Above world.
It says above world.
Girl.
Christian tried that and it got voted down. So no.
Yeah.
Girl.
Take
gonna
the
say a lower
Paramounts and the
class.
Fantasias and move them up. Take that top 8 and just move them up. Take
I
that
thought they were gonna
MySpace top
say-
8 and move them into.
Dude, not MySpace.
Oh,
You aging us,
come on,
Eric. You're aging
MySpace.
us.
Put them
You're
up there with
aging us.
Tom, and Tom can judge them.
I thought they were going to say adding a lower class under A class, not another one above world.
No.
You know, honestly,
That's what I thought.
if there would be any spot for it, I think it'd be between open and world.
I was gonna say I feel like it would be like open class, whatever
World.
advanced, whatever, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But like it's those teams on both sides, Scholastic and Independent, like that the open class teams that like they're incredible, but they're just not ready for
World. Yeah, not above world, but put it in between open and world.
Yeah.
Open plus world light, call it something like that.
Open plus. I love that.
Rifle spins better without gloves. Gloves are too bulky and affect your grip.
Boo. My hands are delicate. Sorry, I'm a princess.
Well, you don't spin gun.
I don't.
You shouldn't have any input on this.
You had no business clocking like we already know I don't spin no gun. Now see, this is my hot take. Okay, this is my hot take. Yeah.
I'm neutral. I never wore gloves. My groups never wore gloves. We spun rifle and saber both. It didn't matter. So
I just know my equipment in Florida was to slide up my hands because I had sweaty little palms.
I do agree that with gun, because I was always on the gun line. It's just how my career went. I hated spinning gun with gloves, but I need to have gloves with saber. I remember when I marched Apex, there were some of these Black Watch girlies that would spin saber with no gloves, and they were bapping the crap. And I'm sure you saw it in Florida too with those Florida saber girls.
Yep.
I'm like, do you have any feeling in your hands?
No, they don't. They don't. No, nothing. No nerves.
It's all dead all through here. It's
Nerves
all
dead, gone.
Oh.
I remember someone I spun with, they're like, I can't spin anymore because these nerves are dead and it hurts now. I'm like, well. But yeah.
There was one girl at Black Watch I will never forget. She had that nice saber, like she had dropped it just enough to have, and when she would catch, it sounded like she was catching a box of nails, and it would just stop. And she was like catching past the catch tape, and she never wore gloves. And I'm like, how are you doing this? And she's like, I don't feel it. I'm like, yeah, that's wild.
You sure don't.
Wild.
Those nerves are gone.
But I do agree, especially left-handed spins. I always struggled left-handed spins in a glove for some reason. It was just all that extra padding because your right hand takes a lot of the brunt with your catching. So that glove kind of gets worn down and your left glove kind of stays a little extra puffy. So when you're trying to spin with your left hand.
Even on flag, I mean, just the bulk of the, I never liked the extra padding around the flagpole. I'm like, no, like get this off of here. I don't need that.
I wonder how that worked at Black. Remember when they spun those skinny poles?
Oh, the wooden ones.
Yeah.
Well, they were metal, but they were like
they were like a
quarter inch or something. Like, can you imagine spinning that in a glove?
Nope. You lost it. It's gone.
Lyrical shows are not boring.
Correct.
That's the hot take. I got a lot of these bring back the happy, upbeat shows, which I don't think is a hot take. I think it's a popular opinion. I think a common opinion is the slow lyrical shows are seen as boring. So that's why I included this one, because they said they're not boring.
They can be.
They can be boring. They're not always boring, but they can be boring.
Depends
I
on
mean,
how they're programmed. Yeah.
exactly. How do you design your show?
Like, where have all the flowers gone?
You know what, Eric?
Oh, that'll make me cry. Oh, I love that. Oh,
Where have all the flowers gone? It depends how it's. It depends how it's
it just
staged
depends
and
on
designed.
yeah. It depends. Yeah,
Just like that's not all the fun shows.
there are
There's
some
pink.
upbeat, crazy, fast shows that I'm like, this is really
This is yeah. So depends on design.
Band camp should not be 3 weeks long.
That's adorable.
That sounds like that is a hot
Targeted.
take, and also
That's
it's
targeted.
targeted.
Someone's
Also,
mad they in that sunshine.
can I tell you, in 2004, I kept my kids outside for 5 weeks.
I bet
We
they was
had
cane though.
2 weeks of guard camp, then the regular 3 weeks of band camp, and I was like, I was tan. That was the last time I was tan, and 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 we were clean. They were clean.
It depends on the program, honestly. Listen, if the Florida kids is out there, look. And again, someone's mad. They were like 3 weeks of band camp. Someone's mad.
I mean,
Indiana is usually
it's me.
I'm all aboard this train. I'm with this person. We're riding together, because band camp shouldn't be 3 hours long. I hate being outside. Can we just skip marching band?
I mean, I do.
I
do
think
marching
I
band.
wonder, like, oh, I love marching band so much. Oh,
Who you?
I don't.
I'm not on that team.
I am an outdoor season
Baby.
diva. I love it so much. But I love the feel of it. I don't like to have to be outside. I just
Fair enough.
I like marching band in October when you get those nice cool nights and the sky is dark and you have the stadium lights and everything's lit up and you can see all the sequins. When it is 95, 100 degrees outside and humid and you're on an asphalt parking lot because they won't let you touch the field.
That part.
And you got to be outside there for 8 hours, 3 weeks
Oh my
straight.
gosh.
Hell no. I agree. Band camp should not be 3 weeks long. I understand why it is, but it does not need to be that way. Look at how red I am here, just sitting in this warm room. Now imagine me outside in the sun.
I've seen it. Bless him.
Yeah.
I don't do band camp, so I don't think it's fair for me to say. I'm like, yeah, have those kids make sure. But I mean, when I graduated from law school, I was like, band camp. It was I'll see y'all at 5 o'clock. So I can't. I'm a big hypocrite if I say, yeah, I'm all for it, because I'm not for it. I know why it's neat, like Eric said, but I'm just not. I ain't with the band camp, y'all. I might have to go teach some choreography in a couple of weeks. Like, I don't want to do it. But we'll love it for you, Will. I know I'm glad you're the boss.
For me, it was 3 weeks, but it was like 1 full week of guard camp and then 2 full weeks of band camp. But we also came out with the show basically done. Like, we learned everything just about, and like we went to the first show in September and we're like basically done, and we just had to focus on cleaning. But groups don't do that anymore, so
They do 3 weeks of band camp here, can barely get the first 2 numbers on the field.
You ain't wrong.
that's
They're
how
on
it
part
is.
one and part
That's
one
how it
A,
is
one
around here.
B.
I'm like, really, guys, what are you doing?
It's like percussion only for the first 4 weeks.
Oh my god, I know. It's like okay.
Ooh, here we go. Spin clinic choreography needs to actually match the difficulty, and it has become a place where spinfluencers, I liked that word, are there just to show off rather than actually teach.
Eric submitted this.
I did not, but I saw it and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
No, true.
I can get behind that. It definitely feels like a lot of the things you see, those people, quote unquote, teaching these sessions. I'm like, you didn't teach anything. These poor people behind you are struggling so freaking hard, and you're up there just showing off. Like, it's not about you. Teach the clinic.
Also, aren't you embarrassed that you look behind you and can't nobody do it? That's like, that's awkward.
Like,
Well,
that's
to play
real
devil's advocate, I will say, just because I was just at the Mason clinic,
Mhm.
some of these kids are delusional in their abilities, and they will go to the wrong class. And I loved what we did, even though I didn't know I had to do it on the spot.
Sorry, Booski.
Before we did the rifle block or the saber block, the clinicians performed the choreography they were going to teach. So you got to see what you were going to learn. And some of these kids still chose advanced when they needed to be in beginner and stuff like that. But it's just like, so to play devil's advocate, some of these kids they're like, oh, I want to learn the advanced, but you're not advanced. Go to the class that best suits you. But overall, you see these videos on TikTok and Instagram reels, and you're like, they start spinning, and all the kids behind them are dead by count three.
Yep.
I know they've all dropped everything and they're just
Count three was generous. Count three is generous.
Now,
right.
and I understand it's a clinic, you want to challenge, they're learning it in
Yes.
45 minutes. It's not going to be clean, but you should have moments
But
where
like
it all kind of
everyone
goes
should be able to
together.
go up to get like
Yeah.
at least find count one together before it
Yeah.
falls to pieces. I mean, geez. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to teach the advanced class, so I will say I did overwrite mine a little bit, but I was teaching advanced saber, and my problem was I'd been doing it for weeks. I wrote it weeks in ahead. I didn't realize how fast the tempo was, even though it wasn't a fast song. It's a mid tempo that's deceptively fast. I called it a choose your own adventure. I was like, okay, if you can't do a fishtail, you're going to do a flourish here. If you can't do this one handed, here's how you can do it with two. Like I had them have options. So, okay, you can't do this. Here's like the quote unquote cheat for it, or here's another option.
Yeah,
But you shouldn't be opening with a 6 double turn illusion catching your hoo ha for intermediate rifle.
It's true. And you should also know if you're a clinician when to pivot. Like, ooh, I thought this was gonna work, but it's not gonna work. So
pivot. There you go.
you
Exactly.
gotta pivot.
I'm writing some intermediate flag work, and I'm like, you know what? Not everyone can do a body roll. Okay, that's fine. You know what?
Pivot.
Then let's do a little scoopy scoop, and we'll
Mhm.
still come around. That's fine.
And meet me here on count 3.
That
And
part.
exactly. And that's where it's like, why do you have some 19-year-old teaching this clinic? They're not prepared for this.
Agreed.
Yep.
With that
Just because you can do it doesn't mean you can teach it.
that part. Tying it right back to earlier. Yeah.
And these kids want to learn, and you want to teach them new skills, and just your TikTok and your Instagram is where you can show off, not the clinic.
Right.
That's exactly what's there. Go to your backyard, film your video, doing all the crazy stuff, put out there. Great. When you have people that are paying $40, $50 to come learn, and they're standing there behind you frustrated because they can't get to count 3, and then they're walking off the floor. We've all seen those kids that put themselves in the wrong class, or they're in over their heads, and they leave and they hide in the bathroom for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, and even if those kids are in your little session, like you should still be teaching them, so they should at least come away with 8 counts of
I was
something
gonna say, yeah.
go home and work on
Mm-hmm.
instead of just floundering in the back. Like that's
Well, I also told my students when I started the blocks, if this is too much, feel free to walk out and go to the other.
Yep.
You're not going to offend me. Like you want be in your skill set. If you realize, wait a minute, this is too much, go to the other class.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're all at different skill. That's what they're for. They're for open. We say it's for all skill levels, so there's something there for everybody.
Exactly.
So flag basics and ensemble flag are more important than a weapon block.
Flag basics are more important than a weapon block?
That's what it says. Flag basics and ensemble flag are more important than a weapon block. I think this is just going back to flag deserves more value or more attention than weapon. I mean,
basics are basics. Technique is technique, whether it's flag or weapon. So
I
don't think there's one should be valid than the other. They should both be good and be given enough basic time.
Yeah.
Well, they should be given equal time too.
Yeah.
Equal.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's not short flag so we can get to our rifle block.
Amen to that. Immediately that. Yeah.
That's the takeaway. Yep.
All right, here we go. Injuries should not be common on a team. More than a couple a season means bad technique or training.
Disagree. The kids be hitting themselves. Look, no matter what.
No,
someone stepped on the saber this season. Like you stepped on something that wasn't injuries gonna happen.
Well, and injuries could be happening not at rehearsal. They could be happening at home.
That part too.
Which
I wonder if this is more targeting the people that they're now in a sling because they pulled something in their elbow or their shoulder. Not the I clocked my head with a rifle kind of thing, but just
right. Okay.
I mean, how many times have we seen the color guard where, I mean, hell, how many boots did we see in indoor this year? How many performers in boots did we see?
I had 3, including myself, so I feel targeted.
You could have fielded a whole independent team with all the booted kids this year.
Although one of them was not even from guard, and one was because they stepped on equipment, and then my injury. So I mean, guard injuries just be happening. So I mean, this felt targeted. I feel like someone from Mason put this in. Like honestly,
I mean, I do think it has some merit with there are a lot of injuries could be avoided if students had proper technique and training. If they're because you get the kid
yeah,
that's just out there
Right.
just
If you're
hucking and chucking
gonna
and then they're going to hurt themselves
correct, right.
absolutely.
or
Also
Possibly
tr-
making
or trying to
sure,
do turns that they're
whatever.
completely flat-footed and ripping things and
Right.
but also you have to make sure when you're choosing a program that people have the technique because they will end up hurting themselves.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we just throw people out there like, yeah, it's fine. That's going to be injury. So there's that. But
Yeah.
look, injury's going to happen. It's color guard, baby. That's what she do. That's what she do.
we're throwing things in the air. Increasing the performer limit to 50 has been a net negative to the sport. I will say I agree with this because one, other than AMP this past year, I have never seen a guard of 50 do a flag feature on the floor.
Mm-mm.
AMP is the first time I've ever seen this where all 50 of them, okay, so it was 49 because they had one dance. So there's that because it's how are you going to fit 50 people on a floor with a 6 foot flagpole? And I do think it has
Go off the chart.
cannibalized other. Yeah, that's right. Go off the tarp. Well, the world tarps are so big, they're practically
They're
in the stands
huge.
already. But I do think it has cannibalized smaller color guards that were struggling for
Mm-hmm.
membership.
Uh, why did we think that 30 wasn't enough? 30's plenty.
You know,
Like
went to 40, and then I think Onyx proposed both. I know
what?
Onyx went from 40 to 50. That Michael
Yeah.
Lentz proposed that, but
Yeah.
I might have done 30 to 40 as well. Yeah, it is more money for the color guard. You can bring more
Mhm.
plus your alternates. But I mean, I've talked about it when you can take 10 more units, you had auditions, you can only take 40. So the kids who didn't make it go back to their open guard or the other world guard. Now you can take 10 more. Those kids that just missed the cut are now getting in. So now that open guard loses those performers or it
True
cannibalizes.
story. True story.
And that was my issue with going to 50 plus 50 people on the floor is a lot.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot, and it's hard to design. I mean, hats off to those that design it well, but whoo, it's a lot of people on the floor.
Lot.
No color guard should require weapon to audition.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, is that for every single person? I mean, yeah, you didn't have to. What do you mean? Yeah, I thought that was
I think there are guards out there that you.
you have to spin weapon. You're
Well, I
right.
think if you look at the top tier drum corps,
Mhm.
Boston, Blue
Oh, I'm back in indoor
Devils.
life. Sorry. I'm
But I
sorry.
mean, I
We're
think
still
like
in DCI.
those
You're
color
right.
guards, if you can't
Mhm.
spin a weapon, you ain't making it. Like,
I
let's
mean,
be real.
honestly, it is what I mean. If those are the rules for that program, that's the rules for that program. I'm not gonna knock it. There are other
Well,
places you can march. You don't have to march that program that requires you to march weapon, so don't march there.
right.
That's my
That
take.
yeah, that's valid. I agree with Jen. Yeah.
All right. We kind of touched on this one, but I feel like it's a very profound statement. Young performers should not be allowed to do dangerous body under tosses for their safety.
If they have the correct technique, it's not dangerous.
There you go.
What do you
True.
mean by young? I mean, you mean beginning people shouldn't be doing
It just says
what class are they in? I'm very confused. Like if you're a beginner, you're not going to be marching world class for the most part. You know what I mean? If it's Scholastic, Regional A, oh, yeah, I mean,
I
that goes
mean,
without saying. If you don't have the technique and the skill to do it, then you shouldn't do it. But if you
correct.
can do it, we're gonna do it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I think a lot of it comes from instructors of you need, like you said, well, you need to say no, we're not doing that. I mean, Jen, we saw it at the clinic. We saw kids, all they care about are doing tricks. They're trying to do
They
front
were.
walkovers and cartwheels under things, and the gun
And
is
I said,
flying
no, don't do it.
and the gun is flying 10 feet across the gym. And it's
Yeah.
just like that's all they care about. And it's
Dangerous,
Yes,
not
but they don't have,
self
again, I think that's different between like, oh, this is a skill we're going to learn and do versus a kid being like, I want to do this technique and I saw it on TikTok. No, we're not doing that. First of all, the music isn't calling for that. We're doing spoken word. Like, what are we doing? So I think if I don't know if it's a hot take or like common sense. I don't know.
a lot of people lack common sense,
You know
just in
what?
general.
that part.
You ain't wrong. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, hold up, sis, hold up. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if it's dangerous, it's going to be dangerous if they can't do the skill. right? And if you're teaching someone how to do a quote unquote, 'cause color guard dangerous no matter what you do. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Color guard just dangerous, period.
We had a
So if
girl
you're
bust her head open in the rifle clinic. I don't know, a little
yes,
parallel.
yes, you know what I'm
Just
saying?
came down the wrong
So
way and clocked her right in the eyebrow.
Those
yeah, so
flagpoles are not, they're not forgiving in the least bit. I mean, you can
no.
cut your eyebrow open real easy with a flagpole. I mean, good
And
grief.
yeah, that eyebrow bleeds. Yeah, so I mean, it's all dangerous perspective. I know that's pretty much all tricks dangerous or matter, but ugh, if you're training them to do something, it's going to be dangerous regardless. You know what I mean? So it's color guard is dangerous.
All right, last one.
Ooh,
It's a simple one, but I do feel like this is a hot take for, again, our newer, younger, less experienced people. Fast choreography does not mean it's good choreography.
Correct.
that's true. And slow choreography is good either. I mean, right? That works both ways. So I mean, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Fast is not something good, but it can be.
Just
Right.
because you can twirl it super fast does not mean there's
Right.
no dynamic, there's no
Mhm.
Right.
If the
lift.
music
There's
isn't calling for it,
Gradations of speed are on the judging sheet.
there are. So I
Right.
mean, if the music is calling for some quickly, quick, real quick, sure, it's great. But I understand if
Yeah,
they,
give me a little beedly boop boop bop, and you know,
and I
try.
think this also relates to we talk about the spin clinic choreo where it's sometimes it's just spin, 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 spin. You have 30 seconds to fit as many twirls as you can in. Like that's not the point of what we're doing,
no.
but
Like I'll say, if the work isn't breathing, then yes, you're correct. But fast work can breathe. And if it's breathing, let it stay. It's cool.
Yeah.
so that was the last one. I
I,
had more, but some I cut and a lot of
yeah.
duplicates and yeah, this is what some people's hot takes are out there.
I mean, they weren't as spicy as I would have liked, but
I
you
know it wasn't
know,
quite as like scandalous as I was
I
hoping.
know I was ready for it.
Uh,
Like I could have had these takes beforehand. Like, oh, okay, I was ready, baby. I was ready to be like,
Well,
yeah,
I told
like,
people not to target people or whatnot. So like I didn't want to the whole like opening a can of worms. This group should have won, or this group should
well,
have never
yeah,
met.
that's fair. I wasn't expecting that. I think I don't know. I knew you said not
like
to target, and I saw that, but
no
I
more
think
white
it's the
flagpoles ever.
right there we
No,
go. You know what I mean?
no
Why
more
are we
silver
taping stuff?
flagpoles. Why has it got
You
to be
know what I
black?
mean?
You know. It's
Mhm.
like-
Oh, for real, like yeah, yeah, they weren't as spicy as I thought they could have gone. But again, hey, I'm a shady queen, so I was
Yeah,
expecting.
I love it.
the silent feature one got me. That was when I was
That
like,
goofed
oh
me though.
That might have been the best one. I don't know. That might have been
Yeah.
like,
And
whoop.
the swing flag take, because you was
Oh,
ready. You were like,
I know. I was like, let me listen. Don't
listen,
even make me.
you were ready. I said, "Whoop." So I think those are
Because I love some
probably
swing flag. I will write swing flags for everybody all the time. Love it.
that was good, Eric. This was
That
really
was
good.
very fun. Yay.
Yeah, you are very much loved. I hope you know that people love podcasts. So
well, that makes me happy. So, well, I thank you all for being here.
thanks. It was so good
Thank
meeting
you. Yes, you
you.
too, Jen. It was great to be here.
Until next time.
Until next
Thank
time,
you for having me, Eric. It was always so much fun.
Yeah,
always welcome.
always happy to be here. Love it.
Night, night, you all.
I want to wish a very, very best of luck to everyone competing in DCI championships this week. Go out there and give it your all and have an absolute blast. I'll be at home watching on Flow, cheering you all on. I cannot wait to see everybody's performances. I'll be back in a couple weeks with another episode. So until then, stay safe, stay fabulous, and remember at the end of the day, it's just flags in a gym.